He's got an opening. Rice, he could go all the way. He's got one man to beat.
Chase Becker spins, hangs, complete. Broughton breaks through. It's a race to the end zone. Touchdown, Sioux. The Sioux strike first.
It used to be
On the road. Conquers back on top as Region 8 champions.
That's Ben Heenick. Heenick with a load of steam, and he pulls over.
One as Blake Bergstrom looks to go. Blake Bergstrom floating in midair for two.
Backdoor cut. Cheryl Hayes off the glass for two. There is Nesham. Wow, look at that shot by Addison Nesham. She's putting on a show. You think her heart is pounding? No way. The Lucid Park Buffalo Bombers are headed to the state.
Corner, 3 seconds, Simiato. No. Put back, no. The Killdeer Cowboys survive.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of GameDay Media, LLP, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent by GameDay Media, LLP.
GameDay Media, LLP does not own the rights to the background music of this live stream. All rights belong to the music owners. No copyright infringement intended.
Today's Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by RTC Networks, Hagen Equipment Incorporated, First International Bank and Trust, Nodak Insurance Company, Eric Mogan, Johnson and Sundin, Attorneys at Law, Shiloh Chavez with LPL Financial, Farmers Union Oil of Watford City, Patriot Fuels LLC, Mackenzie County Heritage Park and Museum, Cornerstone Bank, TNT Measurements Incorporated, Northern States Fishing Tools, WCAG Church, Doug Rolfson, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Wolfpack Booster Club, NCC, Dakota Country 96.1 FM.
Hello and welcome to Killdeer, North Dakota. It's been a breezy day, but it is beautiful on this final Friday of September, and we've got an outstanding Class A football matchup for you in Region 4 as the Killdeer Cowboys, the number 2 team in the state, host the Bowman County Bulldogs. Killdeer has been one of the best teams in the state so far through their first 5 games. They come in undefeated and with a perfect region record. They have defeated Heart River, Beulah, Hazen, Dickinson Trinity, and a road game at Shiloh Christian. And now they try to remain undefeated with a victory here on homecoming tonight against Bowman County. The Bulldogs come in with a record of 2-3, and their 2 wins have come in region action and both at home. They lost to start the year with a very good showing, a tough matchup at Dickinson Trinity. They lost that one by a final score of 12-6 in an extremely competitive game, and that one proved right off the start that this Bowman County team has improved since last year, and they're ready to make some noise in Region 4. They came close in that game, and then they got their first win of the year in their very next game over Heart River, 43-12. They have alternated wins and losses since then, with a road loss at Southern McLean, another close one, losing that one by just 4 points. And then they bounced back with a big win at home over Hazen. Last week they took on a non-conference and it was a non-state opponent over at Sidney, where the Eagles got the best of Bowman County. So Bowman County is trying to do what they've done all year, and that is respond to a loss with a win. And Killdeer is trying to keep Bowman County from picking up a win on their home turf. Killdeer has not lost a home game, obviously, with an undefeated record. Bowman County has not won a road game yet, so Bowman County would like to change that trend here this evening. My name is Titus Stenberg, happy and proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play action. At this time, I want to welcome in my partner, Ross Sundin. Ross, we've gotten to see some AA games. This is our first single-A football game of the year. What are you looking forward to here tonight between the Bulldogs and the Cowboys?
I'm really looking forward to seeing how Bowman responds to this pass attack of the Killdeer Cowboys. Titus, it looks formidable.
It sure does. We'll get into that a little bit later on in our pregame show. These stats are mind-boggling in a lot of ways when you look at what Killdeer has done offensively, and they have lots of weapons, and it's going to be fun to watch, and it will be interesting to see how Bowman County tries to slow them down. They've put together some nice defensive games, and we'll see if this Bulldog defense is capable of slowing down the high-powered offense from Killdeer. Killdeer had a great season last year, making it to the state quarterfinals, and they would like to get back there and maybe even a few more games after that, as their ultimate destination would be the Dakota Bowl. I want to thank all of our sponsors who make the broadcast of these games possible here on Game Day Media. We want to thank our pregame show sponsor right now. That is Hagen Equipment, your source for Case IH, Bobcat, and many more lines of equipment in Watford City. Visit Hagen Equipment, located right on South Main Street in Watford City. Coming up on our Hagen Equipment pregame show, we're going to try to visit with both head coaches. First-year head coach in Bowman, that is Mike Criswell. Seventh-year head coach in Killdeer, that is Andy Cook. And we'll also get you the starting lineups. We'll have a TNT spotlight player for both teams. And after the kickoff, or after the national anthem is sung, the lineups are introduced, and they go through the coin toss and all the pregame activities. We will then have your opening kickoff, which is brought to you by Northern States Fishing Tools. You're watching Game Day Media. We are happy and proud to be here in Killdeer for this matchup. Thank you for making us a part of your evening, wherever and however you are watching us. We'll be back with more of your Hagen Equipment pregame show after this quick timeout.
When the job demands power and precision, turn to Hagen Equipment in Watford City, your proud Case IH and Bobcat dealers. From equipment rentals to a full service department and an extensive parts inventory, Hagen Equipment has what you need to get the job done right. Stop by 805 South Main Street in Watford or visit HagenEquipment.com. Hagen Equipment, work ready, field proven.
You could put your dog in charge of deliveries.
But, maybe don't.
You could plant your field by hand.
But, maybe don't?
You could point in any direction and randomly choose a bank.
But, maybe don't?
Cornerstone Bank offers high-tech, high-touch options when you want efficiency or need advice. Get the best of both, banking the way you want it. Come to Cornerstone and let us prove the difference.
Game Day Media is proud to showcase our local athletes, but we can't do it without the support of our community. We're inviting business owners like you to join our growing list of sponsors. Sponsorship not only helps give student athletes the recognition they deserve, but also puts your business front and center with fans, families, and the community. Partner with us today to promote local athletes and your business through Game Day Media. Together, we make a winning team.
Welcome back to Killdeer, and welcome back into your Hagen Equipment pregame show. Exciting night of action here in the first Friday of fall and the last Friday of the month of September. Let's take a look at some of the polls that we have from across the state of North Dakota. We'll start with 9-man. Look at these polls, it's been interesting to watch as the season has played out. The top three have remained the same. They are number 1, New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock with 15 first-place votes, followed by the number 2 team in the state, Lemoore Litchville Marion. Number 3 is Linton HMB. And then look at 4 and 5. Both of those teams from our part of the state, and they both moved up. And as it's Alexander at number 4, Divide County at number 5. If those two teams stay undefeated over the next 2 games, we're going to have an undefeated and probably 2 top-ranked teams in the state matchup for you right here on Game Day Media in Alexander, as those teams are scheduled to meet on the 10th of October. You can also see Hankinson and Grant County Flasher have received votes. Moving on to the 11A polls, and look at that. Killdeer Cowboys, they have slowly but steadily climbed the rankings of the top 5, and they are right now at number 2 with that undefeated 5-0 record. Still 1 spot behind Langdon area Munich. They are undefeated at 5-0, remaining at number 1. After Killdeer, it's the number 3 team in the state, Velva Drake Animus Garrison. They're also on Game Day Media here tonight as they take on Ray Powers Lake. Number 4 team in the state is Park River area. Number 5, Ellendale, Edgeley Culm. Others receiving votes, Botno and Dickinson Trinity. In AA, in the AA polls, let's take a look at those really quick here for you. Number 1 remains Minot North. We'll see them next week as they travel to Watford City for an important AA West matchup. And the rest of the rankings stay the same as last week. Kindred at 2, Grand Forks Central 3, Devils Lake 4, Central Cass at 5, with Grand Forks Red River receiving votes. So with that, you are up to date on our polls for the state of North Dakota. Beautiful evening here in Killdeer. It was highs in the 70s. We mentioned it was breezy as the day went on, but the forecast is for the wind to drop. I don't foresee the wind playing much of a factor here in tonight's ball game, as we do have Ross Sundin down on the sideline. He's going to try to catch up with a coach or two. Pre-game here, we are just about 15 minutes away from the Northern States Fishing Tools opening kickoff of tonight's ball game. Let's take a look at some of the stats coming into the season so far through 5 games. These Killdeer Cowboys have put together in absolutely impressive passing numbers. They, as a team, have thrown for 1,350 yards already. 1,112 of them coming from Tucker Bombach. He'll be the starting quarterback. Coy Schleppenbach has also contributed with 238 passing yards. As a team, how's this for a ratio? 18 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Tucker Bombach, 14 touchdowns to just 2 picks. Coy Schleppenbach, 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. And those quarterbacks, they've been able to throw to some talented receivers, and one of them is Jackson Reese. He has put together an absolutely incredible campaign thus far with 37 receptions, 537 yards, and already 8 touchdowns through just 5 games thus far this season. At this time, they are going to have the coin toss out on the field. Let's see if our officials will be mic'd up this evening. We'll keep a close eye on there and hopefully maybe get some sounds along with the sights as the teams out there exchanging pleasantries. The captains for Killdeer out there are Tommy Schmidt, Tucker Bombach, Jackson Reese, and Chase Kling. Can't quite see all of the numbers on the players for Bowman County, but the coin toss going out there right on top of the Killdeer Cowboy logo, where these Cowboys have had a lot of success. And what a beautiful facility that they have here in Killdeer. Outstanding sight lines, and it's going to be a lot of fun to call a game from here. This is the first time in my career that I've been able to call a game from here, and it looks like it's going to be an outstanding venue and hopefully a great football game as well. Once again, this is a Region 4 matchup. The only region in the state with 9 teams. Everybody in the region is playing their region opponents once. Some of them have picked up a non-conference game. A few of them chose to just take a bye week. And it's a true round robin with everybody in the region playing everybody else one time. Looks like the coin toss has concluded. Bowman County won, and it looks like they are going to receive and march into the north wind as the sun begins to set here in Killdeer. You're watching the Hagen Equipment pregame show here on GameDay Media, just a few minutes away from the opening kickoff of tonight's ball game. At this time, we're going to thank a few more of our sponsors, and we'll be back with more of your Hagen Equipment pregame show after this quick timeout.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Dad.
Can you hang out with Grandpa for a bit? I'm down in the barn.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll be up there in a bit.
RTC Networks capture cameras. Keep an eye on what you care about.
When you have financial questions or ideas, you need someone to listen and provide insight about your options. Shiloh Chavez and her team with LPL Financial can review your specific situation and help create a strategy unique to you and your goals. Give her a call at 701-842-4244 or email at shiloh.chavez@lpl.com.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app, and as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remain. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs, with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company. Stop by our office in Watford City and visit with Eric Mogan and Brady Monroe to see how we can help.
Welcome back into your Hagen Equipment pregame show. At this time, we're going to do our TNT Measurements Spotlight Player. TNT Measurements has been serving and supporting the oil and gas industry for over 25 years, focusing on oil and gas measurement. When you want it measured right, contact TNT Measurements. For Killdeer, let's focus in on number 84, Jackson Reese. He's a 6'2", 176-pound senior. And Ross, his stats absolutely are incredible so far to start this year. They put him in two different spots, so you got to do some math in order to total it up there. But it's 37 catches, 537 yards already, and 8 touchdowns through 5 games.
It's amazing, really, when you look at it. The numbers that Killdeer's put out, just across the board. They're showing four weapons out there at any given time. The balance is what I really like to see in soccer. Tonight is going to be a great passing night, it looks like. And
Yes.
see it play out.
Yep, it's going to be fun. Over on the other side, let's focus in on Dylan Hedge. And I'm sorry to our cameraman, Matt. He was right out in front. Now he's gone and he's hiding. He's right in near the head of the horse on the Cowboy logo. Hopefully he comes out from there in a little bit. But Dylan Hedge is going to be a player to watch. He's a two-way starter, very good athlete. He wears number 11. He's a 5'11", 180-pound senior. He's put together a nice season at running back, but what I'm really excited is to watch him play defense. He has been outstanding on the defensive end. In the season opening game at Dickinson Trinity, he had a forced fumble and an interception return for touchdown, all in the first half of that matchup. And we see him here as he is lined up as a slot receiver coming out there. So Dylan Hedge for Bowman County. Excited to watch him play as well.
I couldn't agree more, Titus. When you take a look at Dylan Hedge and you see his size and speed and energy that he brings to the game, he's a very exciting player to watch, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
And looking at these two teams warming up, they are both throwing it deep down the field. We've watched a lot of Watford City football so far this year. We've seen a lot of running plays. Ross, we're going to have to make some adjustments here. We're going to see a lot of passing plays here today.
You know, a little earlier I was down on the field, and it's a quite different feeling down there. Everybody is out running routes, passing the ball. That is certainly something we're not accustomed to through the first 5 games of the season. So, again, looking forward to it. And what I'm really excited about is to see what Bowman can do defensively to contain this Cowboy offense. You know, last week they played Trinity. That was kind of a peculiar situation. They started the game on Friday. Weather interfered. They had to suspend the game and finish it up on Monday, with Killdeer winning that ball game on a pass in the fourth quarter and fourth down.
Yeah.
With little time left on the clock.
Yeah, such a unique situation. I've never had that happen where a game is started on Friday and then not concluded until Monday, and that had to put some difficulties on the coaching staffs of both of those teams to think about that game all weekend long and then play the final, I believe it was 5:13 of the third quarter, the entirety of the fourth quarter. It goes down to that final play of the fourth quarter. And then you had to turn around and get ready for the next week, which Killdeer, they were up to the task as they went down to Bismarck after beating Dickinson Trinity here at home 27-23. They followed that up with a very impressive 53-20 victory on the road at Shiloh Christian. So that proves to us right there that they can handle adversity, and they're up for any challenge that comes their way. And boy, a win like that in such a unique situation really has to give you some momentum as you carry on for the rest of the year. Oh, absolutely. You know, and what's interesting about that is, of course, is just the mental aspect of the game. Getting your kids prepared, maintaining their focus, and then getting them to rally around each other at that crucial time like Killdeer did against Trinity, and then to take it down to Bismarck again. So obviously, these is a focused group of kids with a lot of self-discipline. Yeah, and we mentioned it just a few moments ago, but worth mentioning again, a lot of success recently, all the way to the state quarterfinals last year, and it feels like this team has a little bit of unfinished business that they want to accomplish, and they bring back some talent. They graduated a lot of talent from last year's team, but they also bring back a lot of talent, and these seniors, I think they maybe have a little bit of chip on their shoulder. Whichever cliche you want to use, I think it applies to Killdeer, as this is just a motivated team who wants to accomplish some big things this year. Absolutely. You know, I was down in the crowd, and you could just feel the energy. In fact, I was teasing with one of the spectators. I said, did it take 5-0 to get you here? And he said, I'd be here regardless for my boys. And that is Killdeer as a community. They really rally around each other, which is exciting. And then when you get into a situation like this where you have a lot of successes, hard-earned successes, it just culminates into something really special. Yes, I'm so excited to be here with GameDay Media. This is so exciting to expand down here into the Killdeer market, get one of those games on the air, and we're looking forward to it. Should be a good show here tonight, as it looks like they are going to almost be ready for the national anthem down here on the field. It is homecoming night here tonight, and just a lot of excitement in the air, and it's been a little bit warm the last 2 weeks. Today started out warm, but Ross, as we approach opening kickoff, it's already starting to cool off a little bit. Feels like football weather. It does feel like football weather. It smells like fall. Yeah. And I got to give a shout out to the Bowman community. There's a lot of Bowman fans here tonight, and that's really nice to see. I think we're going to see a real balanced game from a spectator standpoint. Excellent. Yeah, Bowman County, they had a little bit of some struggles in recent years, but they have already come to play this year against some high-quality opponents. This is probably the stiffest test that they've been faced with here this year, taking on the number 2 team in the state, and it being on the road and it being during homecoming. But I think they're up for the challenge. Should be a good one. And at this time, we are going to toss it over to our PA announcer, as I believe he is going to introduce the announcement of our starting lineups and national anthem. With the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be played by the Killdeer Public School Pep Band under the direction of Mrs. Chantel Loren.
meet the lineups. First, let's meet the offensive starters for Bowman County. Starting at quarterback.
Well, let's take a look at our starting lineups after that great rendition of the national anthem. Your starting lineups here this year are brought to you by Patriot Fuels, conveniently located on Highway 85 North between Alexander and Watford City for all your fueling needs. First off, let's meet the visiting Bowman County Bulldogs and their defense. Let's meet the Bowman County defense, as they are a pretty young bunch. A couple of seniors on there. Up front, they're going to start with one senior, Chandler Lamborn, a sophomore, Paxton Yoder, and a junior, Briar Meshke. And they run a 3-4 base defense. So the 4 linebackers are sophomore Will Burke, a couple of juniors, Daniel Hoff and Cutter Orodnik, and another sophomore, Peyton Pauley. And then in the defensive backfield, 2 cornerbacks are junior Kyle Brose, sophomore Cale Schwartz. And then the safeties, we talked about them in the Spotlight Players segment, senior Dylan Hedge and junior Trey Brewer. That's the starting lineup for head coach Mike Criswell. For the Killdeer offense, and Ross.
Number 84, Jackson Reese.
We were talking about these Killdeer Cowboys.
At the other D tackle, number 54, Jason Handy. Inside linebacker, number 13, Jonas Rohr. The other inside backer, number 70, Hayden Thormalen. Outside backer, number 4, Big Jack Bombach. At a safety, number 21, Michael Dukart. The other safety, number 5, Tommy Schmidt. And your corners, number 32, Chase Kling. And the other corner, number 2, Trey Larimer.
These are the starting defenders for Killdeer, and we have their starting offense also. As let's take a look at that here for your Killdeer offense. Very talented group led by the senior quarterback Tucker Bombach. With him in the backfield is sophomore Jack Bombach, and then their receivers. They've got 4 of them that start: Tommy Schmidt, Chase Kling, Michael Dukart, and our spotlight player Jackson Reese. Experienced group of skill position players, a young bunch on the offensive line, but very good when you look at their offensive stats. Their lone senior up front is Jace Handy, starting at left guard. The rest of their starters are Dane Jepson, Hayden Thormalen, along with Aiden Binnick and Uriah Fair. All right, it's time for your opening kickoff. Opening kickoff brought to you by Northern States Fishing Tools, a locally owned fishing and rental tool company serving the Williston Basin since 1978. Bowman County will get the first possession of the ball game. Low line drive kick will bounce inside the 20, and nice return over across the 30 up near the 35. Pretty good field position to start with here for the Bowman County Bulldog offense.
That's a real nice second effort on that return.
Number 20 on the return.
A return by Jace Boynton, just a freshman. Puts Bowman County at their own 35 to start this opening drive of the game from Killdeer. So happy to have you aboard on Game Day Media. Both of these teams will like to throw the football. It's going to be fun to watch. Their starting quarterback is Mason Lamborn, a junior, and as soon as we say look out for the pass, it's a handoff on the first play of the game there, Ross. Good decision to give it to Will Burke, and a positive gain of 5 on first down.
Right to the ground. They saw something they liked there. Despite that formidable front line of the Killdeer Cowboys, those fellows look pretty large from here, Titus.
Yes, they do, and we're quite a ways away. Every press box is a little different vantage point. Certainly a good view, but we are behind the bleachers as another running play, and Bowman County working on the ground. 2 gives to Will Burke, and they have a 3rd and short now after 2 good runs, a gain of 5 and a gain of 4. They're hurrying things up here with a 3rd and 1 on their first possession of the game. Sends a man in motion. That's Hedge. Another give to Burke. He gets around to the outside, gets pushed, and it'll be close to a first down along the Bowman County sideline. I think he got it. See where the spot comes in.
First down, Bulldogs.
He got it. Needed one, and he got two. So 3 running plays out of the shotgun formation, and Bowman County strikes first as far as the first down stat goes. 3 plays, 11 yards, and a fresh set of downs. Lamborn fakes the handoff this time. Throws it, caught by Hedge. He was out of bounds, so minimal gain on that play. First passing play of the night for Bowman County results in a gain of 1.
Schmidt runs him out of bounds. Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd and 9.
Tommy Schmidt gets credit for the tackle there as he ushered Hedge out of bounds. As now Bowman County gets ready for a 2nd and 9. 2 receivers to the near side. Mason Lamborn, the junior quarterback, takes the snap, an extra handoff. There goes Hedge, and he's got some room inside the 40, the 30, the 25, the 20. Staying on his feet inside the 10. Finally brought down at the 5. Let's take a look at your RTC Network's instant replay on that one. Ross, what a run.
What a beautiful run. Just got in behind his blockers, found a seam, and after that, it was all number 11. Dylan Hedge. Great run.
So that was a gain of 54 yards, and then tack on another 3 with a half the distance to the goal penalty. Must have been a face mask at the very end of that. So now it's 1st and goal, Bowman. 5th play of the drive. It's going to be a passing play to start with. We'll see. Yes, it is a pass, and it's caught for a touchdown in the back of the end zone. Kyle Brose, 3-yard touchdown pass from Lamborn to Brose, and Bowman County strikes first.
Well, you really see the advantage of having a 6'4" junior behind the center there. Beautiful pass by Mason Lamborn.
2 passing plays, 4 rushing plays, all in all a 6-play drive that Bowman County marches 65 yards in the first score of the game. They're going to try to tack on a 2-point conversion. They fake the handoff, pass over the middle, broken up. Good defensive play by Michael Dukart to force an incompletion on the 2-point conversion attempt.
Fantastic defense by number 21.
Great start to this one. It's Bowman County 6, Killdeer nothing. The Cowboys will try to respond, and we'll be back with a kickoff after this quick timeout.
At Johnson & Sundin Law Office, we combine big case expertise with small town service. Since 1980, we've fought for clients across western North Dakota. From oil and gas disputes to serious injury and wrongful death cases, probate, agriculture, and more. No matter what issue, our experienced team is ready to stand by your side. In our office in Watford City, we're here for you, wherever you are. Johnson & Sundin, expert legal representation rooted in North Dakota.
That was a quick drive for the Bulldogs as they run 6 plays, gain 65 yards in just over a minute and a half. Here's the kickoff down to the 25-yard line. And that's a nice return by Jack Bomback. That touchdown brought to you by Cornerstone Bank. Proud sponsors of every touchdown scored this year on Game Day Media. Visit Cornerstone Bank in Watford City. So now, Ross, can Killdeer respond after that excellent opening drive by Bowman County?
Well, I think they're going to respond just fine. I think Bowman probably caught Killdeer a little flat-footed. That was an awfully big play by Dylan Hedge, and we'll see what happens now with the boys on the field.
So Killdeer comes out with 4 wide receivers. They're going to do a swing pass on the first play of the game offensively. Chase Kling gets it around the left side and turns it into a pretty nice gain on first down as Kling makes the catch.
Number 40, Hoff on the stop.
Hoff, Daniel Hoff making the tackle there for Bowman County. Both of these teams like to run a hurry-up style offense, and a flag thrown. Yeah, that's a false start. So they got going a little bit too fast in that one. And second penalty against Killdeer so far to start this game. One on defense. And now this one on the procedure penalty turns a 2nd and 4 into a 2nd and 9. All backed up to the 39-yard line. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Goes Bomback rolling to his near side. A nice stiff arm of Hedge. He stays in bounds, and he is close to a first down. What an individual effort by Tucker Bomback. Take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay.
Boy, he really skirted along the out-of-bounds line, didn't they, to pick up that extra yardage?
Didn't quite get the first down, but picked up 7, and it's a whole lot nicer to face a 3rd and 2 than it is a 3rd and 9. He's going to keep it on the ground himself, and he gets to midfield, so he needed 2. He got 4, and that'll be a fresh set of downs for the Cowboys.
Put the first hit on him.
Their first down of the game as they spot it right at midfield. 17 yards of offense so far after that penalty cost them 5 yards. Bomback takes the snap. Unblocked rusher came from the right side, was able to get the pass off, but Bowman County was ready for that short passing play as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Michael Ducart.
Boy, so far it looks like Coach Griswold for Bowman really has his defense ready to play.
Yonner with the tackle there. Killdeer wasting no time. Back to the line of scrimmage. 5 receivers set this time. Bomback back to pass. Has time. Throws over the right side. Just too tall for Jackson Reese. And that'll stop the clock and bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Jackson Reese has a lot of reach, but that was just a little too high that time.
Just barely too tall. We saw Jackson Reese with some highlight plays on the basketball court last winter and almost made a highlight reel catch there. The wind is at the back of the Cowboys, who are wearing their home black uniforms this evening. 3rd and 10 from midfield. Bomback looks to his left, rolls to his left, passes to his left. He's got a man. First down and a whole lot more. That is Ducart tripped up inside the 30. First down, Cowboys.
It was a beautiful pass by Bomback and a great move by Ducart after he made the catch.
Second first down of the drive for Killdeer. They're right back on the football. They do not waste any time. Another quick pass, right side. That's caught by Kling, and he is inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. Another first down for Killdeer.
Number 40, Hoff on the stop.
No surprise there. Killdeer really spreading it around again. Got 4 sure-handed receivers out there.
The chains aren't ready. Killdeer is ready. The chains aren't set. No, they have it set and ready to go. Quick pass left side. That one's caught and incomplete. Never brought it in. Tommy Schmidt, the intended receiver, but Kyle Brose knocks that pass away and incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive already for Killdeer. Already gained 52 yards. And there's a handoff. Big hole up the middle. Nice run. Jack Bomback close to the end zone. Just got tripped up.
Beautiful run by Bomback.
These Cowboys aren't going to allow us to run very many RTC Network's instant replays with this hurry-up offense. It's going to be Tucker Bomback trying to follow his center at his right guard. He's in there. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tucker Bomback ties up the ball game.
You know, with the pace of this Killdeer offense, we might see a high-scoring game tonight.
Yes, I think we're in for a treat here tonight. Already a tie game. Both teams have held the ball once. Both of them have gotten into the end zone. They're going to try for an extra point. Arian Ohado, I think it was high enough. It's good. So Killdeer takes the lead by 1. 7:46 to go in the first quarter on your NCC scoreboard. It's Killdeer 7, Bowman County 6. We got a great one here in Killdeer. We'll be back with more on Game Day Media.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lac provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
Killdeer with a 9-play, 62-yard drive. 3-yard touchdown run by Tucker Bombach. Extra point good. Gives the Cowboys a 7-6 lead with 7:46 left in the first quarter. Here is the kickoff. It's caught at the 25. Nice catch by Will Burke. And he brings it across the 30 up to the 35 near the 40. Once again, another nice return by the Bowman County special teams. And so far, these teams are answering what each other are doing.
Yes, I'm really surprised to see how well each team has been playing defensively, but yet they cannot contain these offenses.
Yeah, so this drive starting at their own 39. We've still got 7:40 to go in this first quarter. Both teams have held the football once. Both teams have scored. Might be in for a Western shootout here tonight. Handoff and a big hit right up the middle. Will Burke got lit up by Jonas Rohr, but he didn't go down easily.
No, he didn't, but he did get lit up. You know, right now the big difference in this game is Michael Dukart and that excellent defensive play he made on the PAT after Bowman scored that first touchdown.
Yeah, good point. Every point, every play is going to be so huge in this one where it looks like a pretty evenly matched ball game. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which defense can make a game-changing play first. Right now, you're right, they've been able to do enough to limit the yardage on most plays, but neither team has kept each other out of the end zone. Here's a deep pass down the right side. I think that one sailed, went out of bounds. May have been a little contact, but I don't think it was catchable, and a good no call there, as it's an incomplete pass from Mason Lamborn.
There you really see the arm strength of Mason Lamborn.
That sets up a 3rd and 8. This is the longest third down that Bowman County has been faced with so far tonight. 6:55 to go in the first quarter. First time that Bowman County has held the football with a deficit, and it's as small as you can get. Just a 1-point deficit they're facing right now. Lamborn takes the snap, rolls to the near side, has 3 receivers on that side of the field. It's Hedge, and he's got a first down. What a play design there, and Bowman County moves the sticks.
Bulldogs pick up the first down.
No surprise, Dylan Hedge. That's a great tandem. Mason Lamborn and Dylan Hedge, when they needed 8 yards, they went to number 11, and he got it done.
15-yard pickup on Hedges' second catch of the game. Lamborn now 3 of 4 for 19 yards. 1st and 10 Bowman County at the Killdeer 44-yard line. Their 4th first down of the game. Lamborn takes the snap, hands it off to Burke. Patient run, finds a little hole on the right side, and once again, some hard hitting by the Cowboys, but Burke refusing to go down after just one hit. Keeps the legs churning.
That was just a great move by number 22 when he got inside. After that initial hit, he just kept his legs pumping and picked up 5 yards.
Yeah, he's just a sophomore, Will Burke. I was excited to watch the Bowman County receivers, but Will Burke is kind of showing me something here in the early goings of this one, as that handoff goes to Daniel Hoff, listed as a fullback. Also plays middle linebacker on defense. He picks up 1 on his first carry of the ball game. It's another 3rd down. This one a little bit more manageable than the 3rd and 8 they had. This one is a 3rd and 5 from the 39. And no question about it, I don't think when you're on this part of the field, it is 4-down territory.
Absolutely. In a game like this, you know it. I'm just really impressed with Burke at 5'8", 165 pounds. He runs a lot bigger than he looks.
Yes, absolutely. 2 receivers to the left. 2 men in the backfield with Lamborn. Looked left, now scrambling. Now throws it to the right side. He's got a man. Oh, it's caught! Touchdown, Bowman County. Trey Brewer brings that in. That's a 39-yard touchdown connection.
What a beautiful throw by Mason Lamborn. Right on the money. Great pass, great catch.
RTC Network's instant replay. Wow. Ross, this one is getting fun, and it's early. We've only had 3 possessions. We've seen 3 touchdowns. There's still 5:32 left to go in this first quarter. Hoff trying to get to the edge. Now he cuts it up the middle, and he is going to gain a yard or 2, but not all 3 that he needed for the 2-point conversion. So Bowman County takes the lead, but once again cannot convert on the 2-point conversion. But buckle up. We've got a fun one here tonight in Killdeer on your NCC scoreboard. It's Bowman County 12, Killdeer 7. We're back with a kickoff after this timeout.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
(12-7) the lead for Bowman County after that highlight reel touchdown pass and catch on a third down. 2 for 2 on third down conversions on that drive. And Bowman County now tries to make a play on defense, or they could take one on special teams here as far as they're concerned. It's Tommy Schmidt with a nice return. He bounces it into the middle in between the hash marks. A late flag is thrown as Dylan Hedge makes the tackle at the 44. We got a few things to sort out after that return by Tommy Schmidt.
I can't wait to get home tonight and watch that replay of that touchdown.
Yes.
Trey Brewer just made a perfect catch on that Mason Lamborn pass.
And what a play by Lamborn to keep that play alive. It looked like everything was designed to come to the near side. Here he made just a smart play of looking where the defense wasn't looking, and he made the play. And both players had to make the play, and they did, both the quarterback and the wide receiver. Killdeer starting this drive at their own 33-yard line. And they're going to go deep on first down. It's Reese. He makes the catch. Oh, what an adjustment in the air by Reese to bring that one in.
First down, Cowboys.
Looked like he went a little back shoulder on it there, and Reese just went up and made a play on the ball.
So after the penalty cost them some yardage, they get all of it and then some back on the first play. That's a gain of 27. These teams are really going to test my stat-keeping ability. And I also got a little bit too excited. I went to the RTC Network's instant replay. We missed most of that play. It was a good run by Tucker Bomback. And I think another first down for Killdeer.
Well, with the pace that this offense moves, you can hardly turn away or you're going to miss something.
I know. I'm trying to keep stats here, Ross. Oh, they're going to take a break and look at the sign down here. So that helps us out a little bit. 5 first downs now for Killdeer as they get ready for the third play of this drive. And they've already got it down to the 25-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Tucker Bomback takes the snap. He steps up. He throws it deep. He's got a man. Caught. Touchdown, Killdeer. That's Michael Ducart. And it's 13-12 Cowboys.
Wide open, Michael Ducart just broken coverage, and the Cowboys took advantage.
Tucker Bomback already 6 for 8 for 95 yards. That touchdown to Michael Ducart after Jackson Reese had made a good catch before. That one's a line drive kick, and I think he pushed it right, so it's no good. Score remains Killdeer 13, Bowman County 12. Don't blink, you're going to miss something here tonight. We've got a fun one in Killdeer. 1-point lead for the Cowboys, and we're back with a kickoff after this.
Since 1978, Northern States Fishing Tools of Watford City has been your trusted partner in the oil field. Serving the Wollaston Basin, we offer top quality fishing and rental tools, including packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. With expert knowledge and decades of experience, we deliver results tailored to your needs, all at competitive prices. Give us a call, 701-842-3350, or visit northernstatesfishingtools.com. Northern States Fishing Tools, quality tools, proven service.
Trey Larimer will kick it deep after another Cornerstone Bank touchdown. We've still got 4:39 left in what has been a first quarter full of fireworks, and Bowman County trying to set off another firework of their own. Look at this return all the way up to the 45-yard line. Chase Boynton, he's showing some speed out there on that kickoff return.
You know, a lot of times we talk about the three phases of the game, and right now we've got offense, we have special teams, and of course the defense just can't keep up for either side right now.
They're trying. They're trying. And, you know, you mentioned it. We still have a lot of game left, and I do feel like it might be a defensive play that decides this game. But for right now, it's just offenses having fun out there, and we'll see if they can continue to match each other score for score. Good play by the defensive line of Killdeer on that first down handoff. No gain for Burke.
You know, I think we're starting to see Killdeer settle in a little bit. They're getting some better reads on defense. They're starting to plug some of those gaps. We'll see what the rest of this quarter holds, but I think the Cowboys are going to start getting a little stronger on that defensive front.
A loss of 2, according to my stats. That's the first negative play of the game for either offense. 2nd and 12. Lamborn with time. Rolls to his right, throws to his right. Ooh, just off the extended fingertips of his intended receiver, Paxton Yonner. And now it's 3rd and long for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, just 4 pass rushers for Killdeer. They did an excellent job. I'm kind of waiting to see if we're going to end up with a blitz situation here and put a little extra pressure on Mason Lamborn, since he seems to be able to. He's mobile back there.
He is. See a huddle. We haven't seen many of these huddles here so far tonight. So all the fans are catching their breath, and we'll see what Coach Criswell draws up on this 3rd down and 12 play for his Bowman County offense. Lamborn.
Still just rushing 4.
Reese almost got to him, tried to knock the football away, and that pass is picked off. Did the quarterback stay in bounds? He did. And the defender stayed in bounds as well. So here is our first big defensive play of the game. Reese tried to go for the strip sack, didn't get it, and then it's picked off at about the 38-yard line by Tommy Schmidt.
I'm certain Mason Lamborn wishes he could have that one back. That was a pretty crowded area. That's one of those plays you just got to tuck it and take your losses.
He was doing a great job just staying on his feet, and yep, maybe trying to do a little bit too much right at the end of that play. Handoff on 1st down. Now Bowman County's defense is ready for that 1st down carry by Jack Bombach. Nice hit by Hoff, limiting the damage to just 1 Killdeer yard.
Yeah, Daniel Hoff, just a junior, 5'7", 170 pounds, and he really brought it.
That brings up 2nd down and 9. Come on, Dogs! These Killdeer Cowboys have put up some impressive offensive numbers, not only tonight, but all season long. And we'll see what they do on 2nd down and 9. Bombach going for everything to Reese, just a little bit too far in front of him. Sage Hoots, the freshman, running stride for stride with Jackson Reese on that play.
Schwartz on the coverage.
Sage Hoots.
Yeah, Sage Hoots, just a freshman. He was doing his best to keep up with Reese right there, and good coverage. We'll see what Coach Cook and Walker have cooked up for this 3rd down and 9 play from the Cowboy 39. Throwing it deep, left side. A flag is thrown as that intended for Arian Ohado fell incomplete. And let's check what the flag is all about this time around. So far, Bowman County has not committed a penalty. Killdeer has been called for 3. Neither team marching either direction yet. It looks like it's against Killdeer, as Bowman is saying they're going to decline it. They'll take the incompletion.
Boy, Tucker Bombach can really sling it out there, can he, Titus?
Yes, he can.
Holding on the Cowboys.
Especially with the wind at his back, which it is right now, and they will decline the penalty, so that makes it 4th and 9. The scoreboard hasn't updated yet, but it is 4th down, and they will punt it away.
First punt of the game, I think.
It is, yep. And Bowman County will not try to make a play out of that. They'll let it roll inside the 30, and this is going to be the worst starting field position of the game. This game has been dominated by the offenses, but both defenses stepping up. And once again, both teams have answered what the other opponent has done first. We'll keep it right here as Bowman County gets ready to go back onto offense with 2:48 left to go in this first quarter. Starting this drive at their own 29-yard line.
I really thought we were going to see a momentum shift there with that turnover, but Bowman responded very well.
They did, and now they've got the football back. Trying to do something with it. They'll hand it off to Will Burke. Nowhere to go out there. Good play by Tanner Abbey of the Cowboys. A late flag was thrown. To me, it looked like after the play was over.
Flag on the play.
I see some Cowboys shrugging out there. I wonder if that's it on the defense.
Oh, face mask, it looks like, is the preliminary call. So that takes away a big defensive stop on first down. And it's going to be a positive yardage game for the Bulldogs. Already the 4th accepted penalty of the night against Killdeer.
Oh, it's a big one.
Personal foul, so that's a 15-yarder. Takes it all the way up to the 43, 44-yard line.
Well, that'll give the Bulldogs a little bit of breathing room.
And that's their 6th first down of the game. Lamborn takes the snap. Delayed handoff, and Killdeer was all ready for that one. Jace Handy with the TFL knocks the Bulldogs back to their own 40, inside their own 40, back to the 39.
You know, Jace Handy's been playing some good ball this fall, and that play just a reflection of that.
Loss of 5 on that carry, so now Bowman County behind the sticks. Facing a 2nd and 15, you probably want to get at least half of the yardage to make it a 3rd and manageable, but Bowman County has had some big plays in this first quarter. They might as well try for all of it. We'll see what they do. A swing pass to the near side, and Jackson Reese ready to slow that play down after the catch was made by Hoff. Daniel Hoff with the reception, his first catch of the game. Up to the 42.
Play, 3rd and 11 for the Bulldogs.
Bringing up 3rd down and 11. Mason Lamborn, 5 of 8 passing the football for 62 yards. He's thrown 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Hedge goes in motion. Lamborn rolls to his right, passes to his right. He's got Hedge. Good tackle out in space made by Chase Kling. Tackling him well before the yardage needed for a first down.
Chase Kling made a real nice stop there. Unassisted tackle in the open field. If he doesn't make that play, you're looking at probably a first down.
Yeah. And now decision time for Coach Criswell and the Bulldogs. 4th down and 7. Ball at your own 47. It looks like they're going to leave the offense on the field. I think that's the right call, the way that they've been playing offense most of this first quarter. Play clock running down. We haven't said that much tonight. As Lamborn takes the snap, rolls to his right, he's going to get sacked. Hit and sacked by Dane Jepson, the 6'1 junior, ending the Bowman County drive. Both defenses making some plays now, and now Killdeer with the turnover on downs has their best starting field position of the game inside Bowman County territory.
Absolutely. That was a coverage sack. The Cowboys really had their secondary defenders in place, and the line up front just got it done.
So Killdeer will have time for at least 1 play. Who knows with these guys? They might make 2 or 3 plays before this quarter ends. With 3 receivers to the right, they'll start this drive at the Bulldog 39. It'll be a running play. Hand off to Bomback. Big hole inside the 25, the 20, 15, 10, 5. One man to beat. He does. He's in there. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jack Bomback from 39 yards out.
Well, that took a whole 7.9 seconds.
Oh, man. Look at that. Most of their big plays have come through the air. That one on the ground. Jack Bomback. A one-play drive for the Cowboys.
Boy, he looked good carrying the ball, didn't he?
Yes. Good job up front by the offensive line, and Bomback did the rest. Arian Ohado 1 for 2 on extra points. That one, I think he pulled to the left, and it will remain 19-12. We're going to keep it right here with just one play before the end of the quarter. Let's thank a couple of our live read sponsors here this evening. We'll start with WCAG Church in Watford City, also with locations in Fairview, Belfield, and Kenmare. Check out the service times there on your screen. It's also a Spanish service in Watford City at 1:15 on Sunday afternoons. One church, multiple locations. So I want to thank the McKenzie County Heritage Park and North Dakota Oil Museum. They had an outstanding Heritage Day last Saturday. If you missed it this year, make plans to catch it next year, as they are open Tuesday through Saturday year-round from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them there on the west side of Watford City. Also want to thank the Wolfpack Booster Club, sponsoring Watford City athletics and activities. The strength is in the pack. 19-12 on your NCC scoreboard. And Bowman County goes back to receive. This kickoff picked up near the 15-yard line after another Cornerstone Bank touchdown. Look at this, nice return. A nice spin move by Cale Schwartz, getting it out to the 41-yard line. Once again, good returning by this Bowman County special teams, setting their offense up in good field position.
You know, Bowman County has a lot of good things going for it, and one of them is their special teams on these returns. They've been very impressive.
Very much so. So they will only have time for one play, 0.2 seconds, unless, of course, there's a defensive penalty. We'll extend this first quarter. What a first quarter we have had here this evening. Lamborn going to throw it on first down, caught by Hedge, and that's a great way to start a drive as Dylan Hedge makes the catch and gets ushered out of bounds. So that will do it for our first quarter. Outstanding first quarter of action. It's Killdeer 19, the Bowman County Bulldogs 12. We're back with a second quarter in a minute.
Looking to save on fuel and fuel up fast? Patriot Fuels of Alexander, North Dakota is your partner in profit. We're proud to support the trucking industry with high-speed fueling systems, top-quality products, and vendor relationships that put your success first. Join the Patriot Fuels Fleet Card program and unlock exclusive discounts, or simply pay at the pump. Either way, you're fueling with integrity and efficiency. Patriot Fuels, driven to deliver more, located in Alexander, North Dakota.
Welcome back to Killdeer. My name is Titus Stenberg. Happy and proud to be joined tonight by Ross Sundin. We've also got Jackson Lee doing a great job in the producer's chair here this evening, and making his Game Day Media debut as cameraman is Matt Gonzalez, and he got a workout in that first quarter. 5 touchdowns between the two teams. We'll see what this second quarter has in store as they switch ends. Lamborn short arms that pass, and it's going to be incomplete, bringing up 3rd and 4 for Bowman.
Lamborn wisely throwing that into the turf. You know, it'll be interesting now in the second quarter with the wind at Lamborn's back. He has, I believe, the stronger of the two arms out there, and he's got some speedy receivers and a sure-handed Dylan Hedge, so it'll be interesting to see what the Bowman comes back with now.
Yeah, I've been watching the cottonwood tree to our left and the flag to our right. The flag and tree are still both showing some signs of wind, but I think it is going down as Lamborn leaps for the first down as he crosses midfield. I think he got it. He needed 4. I think he got 5.
All I could see was a lot of arm and legs flying through the air, Titus.
First down, Bowman. That's a big, big play to get the first down on a third down conversion, not have to worry about a fourth down play. And now they're into Killdeer territory. And, man, as good as Killdeer has looked, Bowman County has had an answer pretty much to everything that Killdeer has done so far, trying to even the score up. And they're going for it all on this play. It is caught down the sideline. Oh, what a connection. Staying on his feet is Trey Brewer again. Finally pushed out of bounds inside the 5.
The sure-handed Trey Brewer, he just went up and grabbed that pass, and I thought he was going to get in the end zone with that second and third effort.
He was close. A 44-yard connection on that play. He already has a 39-yard touchdown catch. And just like that, Bowman County is deep in the red zone now. A first and goal from the 3. Lamborn from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Look to his left. Throws it over the middle. Incomplete. Oh, Hedge looked like he was in a pretty good spot to make that catch, but he couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, Lamborn just had a little bit more on that pass than Hedge was expecting. I think it went right between his hands.
Stops the clock with 11:05 left. This is already the 6th play of this drive. Started with 0.2 seconds left in the first quarter. Lamborn over the right side. Good. Plunge by the Killdeer defense to keep him out of the end zone. Dane Jepson in on the stop. He already has a sack, a drive-ending sack a few plays ago. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 2. See if Bowman County elects to keep it on the ground for this play. We essentially have 2 plays to gain 2 yards. Lamborn going to try for it through the air, and the catch is made. Touchdown, Trey Brewer, his 2nd touchdown reception of the game. Well, Ross, that reception hurts his per reception average, but he will gladly take that with his 2nd touchdown catch already in this first half.
Absolutely. Who else but the sure-handed Trey Brewer?
7-play drive. That covered 58 yards. And now they're going to go for the lead, trailing by 1, and flags fly. Looks like a false start on that one. Now that'll back them up 5 yards. First penalty of the night against Bowman County, but that takes a play from the 3-yard line, backs it all the way up to the 8. Makes that 2-point conversion a little bit more difficult. Bowman County scored first in the first quarter. They score first in this second quarter. And now going for the 2-point conversion from the 8-yard line. Lamborn spins, rolls, throws, incomplete. So Killdeer clinging to a 1-point lead with 10:29 left to go in the first half. It's Killdeer 19, Bowman County 18. And we'll be back with a kickoff after this timeout.
Farmers Union Oil Company of Watford City has been serving the customers in and around the surrounding community since 1929. Farmers Union Oil believes in community involvement and has supported numerous activities since the beginning. We take pride in giving back to our patrons through dividends and stock retirements. Our customer service should be our top focus to ensure a pleasurable experience for you, our customer. Whether you're looking for gas, fuel, hardware, or just needing to fuel the body, Farmers Union Oil is your one-stop shop.
Welcome back to Killdeer Region 4 Class A 11-man football action. Great start to this one as that kickoff is taken by Tommy Schmidt. Heads towards the middle, in between the hash marks, gets it up just beyond the 40-yard line. Ball comes out, but he was down, and Killdeer will start this drive at their own 41-yard line.
You know, interesting, Titus, last drive, I was just about to say, before the big Trey Brewer pass that resulted in ultimately in a touchdown, was really where Bowman seems to get in trouble is when they get behind on their downs. They get very predictable, 2nd and long, 3rd and long. And Killdeer's always been able to seem to make a stop of late until they went for the big one on first down.
We'll see what Killdeer has for a response. Throwing it. Oh, almost intercepted by a spinning Peyton Pauley. He was in a good spot. Knocks it away, gets a pass defensed, and it will be 2nd and 10. Let's get you updated on some of the stats. All these are unofficial, of course, as I'm doing play-by-play and statistician duties at the same time. Some nights I'm a little more confident than I am tonight with the pace of this game, but right now I've got 172 yards of total offense already for Killdeer, and now they're going back to the ground with the handoff to Jack Bomback. They've been very balanced tonight, thanks in large part to that young man there, Jack Bomback, with his 4th carry. And with 1 touchdown, he is up to now 58 yards rushing. Well, there is Hoff with the big stop on 3rd down as he wraps up Tucker Bomback and sends him backwards. 4th down, Killdeer.
Boy, Hoff sniffed that one out.
So 4th down, no gain on that play. Tucker Bomback, 5 carries, 25 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Jack Bomback, 4 carries, 58 yards and a touchdown. 4th and 4, big play coming up here. They're going to go for it through the air. Bomback, deep pass, a long pass, knocked away once again. It is Peyton Pauley who made 2 pass deflections on that drive.
Yeah, that pass just hung up a little too long, and the defender was able to get back underneath it and make a big play.
A 4 and out for Killdeer's offense. Bowman County takes over at the Killdeer 46-yard line. Outstanding starting field position for Bowman County. 178 yards for Killdeer. I've got 178 yards for Bowman County. How's that for even?
Doesn't get much closer than that.
Does not. A 1-point game on the scoreboard as there's another sack from Dane Jepson. His 2nd sack of this first half. And that's a way to respond if you're Killdeer as they push Bowman County back into Bulldog territory. That's a huge 10-yard loss on first down.
Oh, he's just a beast on that line. Exploded through, made a big play. Set Bowman back on their heels. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Griswold has in store for the Cowboys now with this offensive series.
That's like a holding penalty, essentially, and it coming on 2nd down as it's now 2nd and 20. And try to get a chunk of it back here. Nice pitch and catch to Cale Schwartz, who gets back to midfield. I think that's the first catch of the night for Cale Schwartz. It is. And that gives Bowman County a little bit of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to be 3rd and long. They're looking at a 3rd and 13.
You got a good look at the speed of the Cowboys there. I mean, you might get a completion, but to get yards after the catch is going to be pretty difficult against this defense.
3rd and long. As they fake a quick pass, Lamborn steps up. He was getting hit as he throws it. The defender falls down, and the catch is made by who else? It's Trey Brewer. Wow. Lamborn to Brewer again.
Ducard on the stop. Bulldogs 1st down.
Yeah, Trey Brewer just having a big night. That's the kind of night when you're a junior, you're gonna remember that for a long time.
Definitely. Another 3rd down conversion for this Bowman County offense as they are driving, trying to claim the lead back. The defensive line of Killdeer ready for that delayed handoff. Burke got back to the line of scrimmage, but that was about it. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You know, just as impressive, I think, was Mason Lamborn's ability to get that ball. He really couldn't get a step into it. I think it was pretty much all arm.
Definitely a little bit of injury concern. The trainer made it out to the numbers, but not to the hash marks. It was a pretty short injury timeout. Everything going fast down here with the pace of this game, as it's now 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Lamborn pulls it back, throws it left side. It's caught. It's Brewer again, a stiff arm at the 5. He dives, doesn't quite get in, but what a play there for the Bulldogs.
My gosh, that route by Trey Brewer was fantastic, and Mason Lamborn just put it right on the money.
A 17-yard connection between those two. Brewer now up to 131 yards receiving and already 2 touchdowns.
He had a stiff arm a la Derrick Henry, too. He just put the defender down. I thought it might carry him into the end zone, but
he got close. But now a penalty deep in the red zone will move them back 5 yards. So it remains 1st and goal, but now instead of it being at the 2-yard line, it's going to be back to the 7. Got Bowman County now with 221 yards of total offense, 167 through the air, 54 on the ground. 1st and goal, looking for another Cornerstone Bank touchdown. And it will be a handoff. Burke with a stiff arm, but a better defensive play from Arian Ohado to bring him down in the backfield. Another flag down.
Looked like a face mask.
Officials will talk things over with the flag resting at the 9-yard line. Interesting. So it is a face mask, but it's an offensive face mask, Ross.
That is interesting. I couldn't really see from this angle who grabbed what, but I'm going to guess it was on the
I wonder if it wasn't the
running
ball
back
carrier. Yeah, I think as he was trying for the stiff arm, his hand must have gotten a little bit too high. And so back-to-back penalties against Bowman County.
Bulldogs up 5 on that one.
And it's backed them up 5 more yards. And it's 2nd and goal now from the 12.
But that's just a call you don't see very often.
No. Rewind the clock with 6:37 left to go in the second quarter. Lamborn back to pass, throws it over the middle. He's got a man. Hedge makes the catch. He's in there. Touchdown. There is a flag down. So let's see. This one's coming back.
Preliminary call, holding against the Bulldogs.
Beautiful.
Back them up 10 from the spot of the foul.
Beautiful route, beautiful throw. Just a hold.
Yep, I think that defensive line for Killdeer may be wearing down Bowman County a little bit and forced a hold there. So 3 consecutive penalties against Bowman County. They've been so disciplined and so good in the penalty department to start, but now penalties really hurting them on this drive as the officials continue to talk things over. Scoreboard says 1st down. I think it should have been 2nd down. And so we'll see what the officials come up with here. With the clock stopped at 6:30 left to go. Make sure you stick around for your halftime show. Halftime show is brought to you by Nodak Insurance Company with your agent in McKenzie County and Watford City, Eric Mogan. So I hear 1st down. I'm not quite sure how we got to 1st down after an offensive penalty. Now the officials coming over for a visit on the Killdeer sideline. So I think Killdeer is happy with the yardage, but they might not be happy with the down. I think Bowman County happy that it's 1st down, but not so happy with the yardage that they've given up here due to these 3 consecutive penalty calls.
Yeah, there's a thing called shooting yourself in the foot, and then there's a thing called shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, maybe both feet in this case. So it is 1st down. Looks like 1st and goal from the 23-yard line after all that. Another double handoff as it goes to Hedge. More flags as Hedge is brought down at the 15-yard line. It was a gain of 8, but after having such a clean first quarter in the penalty department, we've had to deal with some penalties, and now it's going to be another holding call against Bowman County.
Yeah, the way these high-flying offenses are moving, I thought we'd be knee-deep into halftime by now, but...
So after that, I've now got 5 penalties against Bowman County. It's cost them 35 yards of field position. 4 of them have come on this drive after they had it down to the 2-yard line. First penalty came on that 2-point conversion attempt.
Yeah, you really got a feel for Bowman County right now. Definitely moving in the wrong direction. We'll see what kind of rabbit in the hat Coach Griswold has in store for us.
Yep, now a 1st and goal from the 36. You can see a little bit of everything tonight. They're going for all 36 yards.
Oh my gosh.
Incomplete. Boy, that was close.
I thought it was right there. That was a beautiful throw. That would have been a really amazing catch.
It sure was. Let's take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay. As once again, Lamborn was going for his favorite target in this first half. Great job by our cameraman, Matt Gonzalez, following the ball there as they were trying to hit Trey Brewer once again, just a little bit too far in front. So that'll make it 2nd and goal from the 36-yard line. Lamborn looks to his right, rolls to his left. Staying behind the line of scrimmage, throws it, it's caught.
Beautiful throw.
Big play. They're going to get over half the yardage that they needed on that one. That's a good 2nd and goal play from the 36-yard line. Cale Schwartz with that catch.
Well, that certainly puts them in a more manageable situation now.
3rd and goal from the 12. Definitely 4-down territory here for Bowman County. And boy, if they could turn this drive into a touchdown after having it backed up to the 2-yard line, or getting it down to the 2-yard line, backed up all the way to the 36-yard line, that would be quite the shot of momentum. Pass to the right side. It's caught by Schwartz again, and he gets half the yardage that he needed to get to the end zone. And this sets up a really interesting 4th down play.
You know, I like the call there. He didn't need to get it all. Would have been nice, but, you know, you pick up half the distance to the goal, and now you got a whole tool chest full of opportunity.
Yeah, 6 yards. Bowman County has gained 6 yards or more on many of their offensive plays in the first half. We'll see if Killdeer can get a big 4th and goal stop right here. Still 5:19 left to play before halftime. As Lamborn readies himself, he takes the snap, looks to his left, rolls to his left, throws to his left. It is knocked away, incomplete. Oh, what a battle there between Dukart and Schwartz as Killdeer does get the stop on 4th down.
We'll take another look at it here. That was just an incredible defensive play.
The receiver, the defender, and the ball all getting to the same spot at the same time.
Well, when Cale Schwartz came open, I thought for certain that was going to be a touchdown, and that Cowboy defender really covered some ground to make a good play.
So the worst starting field position of the game now for Killdeer as they start this drive way back at their own 6-yard line. And they're all the way back into their own end zone where that pass is thrown incomplete. Boy, things getting dangerous down at that part of the field.
You know, I feel like we've just seen so much here tonight. We've seen some high-flying passes. Now we got a little bit of penalty struggles, and now we got Killdeer trying to dig its way out of a hole, and Bowman's defense really stepping up.
They are ready to play for sure. Jack Bomback, ball carrier there. Interesting tidbit here after that incomplete pass. I've got 5 consecutive incomplete passes now thrown by Tucker Bomback after he had started off so good and efficient in the passing category. 3rd and 8 for Killdeer. Bomback takes the snap from his own end zone. Rolls to his right, gets a block. Cuts it up, staying on his feet. Oh, a nice open field tackle there at the 10-yard line by Cutter Arodnik.
Cutter Arodnik just might have saved a 1st down. It was an excellent open field tackle. We've got a Cowboy down, it looks like. Maybe an ankle injury. Yeah.
Jason Newmiller slow in getting up as he makes his way towards the side. Correction, that's Jace Handy, 54, not 64. Jace Handy get looked at on the Killdeer sideline, as now I think this is a punting situation here.
Well, Jay Sandy's a big, strong kid. I'm sure he'll walk that off. It's probably just a little stinger.
Binnick to punt for the Cowboys.
Aiden Binnick back in punt formation, standing in his own end zone. So Killdeer gets the 4th down stop on defense, but then has to punt it away into the wind. And, it's caught. The gunner was almost there at the exact same time as the returner. No flags thrown, though, so it was all legal as Trey Brewer makes the catch and gets about a 3-yard return.
I was a little surprised by that. I thought maybe he didn't give him enough room. But
it looked a little bit early to me, but no flag thrown. So Bowman County winning the field position battle right now, and we'll see if they can turn this good field position into a touchdown.
From the 38.
Just the second punt of the game, I think, wasn't it, Titus?
I believe so, yes.
And both coming from Killdeer.
Both from Killdeer. Killdeer's defense has the 1 interception. That's been the only turnover thus far. What an entertaining game we've had here today in southwestern North Dakota. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Lamborn takes the snap. Swing pass to the left side, caught at the hash mark. Nice stiff arm by Burke to break a tackle, and he breaks 2 more inside the 25, down to the 20-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 and a great drive starter for the Bulldogs.
5'8", 165 pounds, and he plays twice that big, in my opinion.
Pickup of 17. Ross, Mason Lamborn has already thrown 20 passes in this first quarter.
That's an amazing statistic in and of itself.
Now he's going to run it this time. Picks up a few, taking it down the middle.
You know, I like that call from Bowman County. It seems like they get in trouble if they don't pick up some yardage, on first down. And picking up 4 or 5 yards like that is going to give them, again, a whole new opportunity to reach in for some different plays, keep Killdeer on their heels a little bit.
Yes, it's really good to keep the defense guessing, and they have done just that here tonight. 3 touchdowns so far for the offense. Looking for another one as that pass goes to the left side. And another good gain.
Looked like Dylan Hedge on the gain there.
Let's see if he has enough for a first down. He does. Needed 4, picked up about 5.5. First down, Bulldogs.
He's a good hard-nosed runner. Bowman just needs to really focus now on not making mental mistakes and, stay away from these penalties and try and punch one in.
First and goal from the 9, and Bowman County can really afford to be patient here. Neither team has taken a timeout yet in this first half as the handoff goes to Burke. I like the play call there. They would have preferred to pick up a few more yards of offense there, but the clock continues to run. You don't want to give Killdeer a lot of time to work with, but obviously the number one priority is getting the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, well, the way these Cowboys move on offense, clock management is pretty important down here right now, too.
Second and goal from the 8, ball on the left hash mark. Hedge is on the right side of the formation as Lamborn takes the snap, hands it off to Burke, running to the right behind Hedge. He gets there inside the 5, down near the 3. A great run on second and goal. And it looks like neither team is going to spend a timeout here, so the clock will continue to run after that pickup of 5 yards. And now an enormous third and goal play from the 3.
They're definitely in 4-down territory. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Griswold has dialed up here.
2 receivers to each side. Burke goes in motion. Lamborn, quarterback draw up the middle. He reaches, and he's in there. Touchdown, Mason Lamborn. Bowman County reclaims the lead. Let's take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay. They put Burke in motion. That opened a few things up, and Lamborn takes it himself for the 4-yard touchdown run.
Great second effort by Lamborn. I think he was probably already across the goal line, but that just goes to show you the heart that these kids have. Laying it all out there tonight. This is a big game.
This is a fun one. My goodness. I was excited when it came out on the schedule that we were going to be able to do this game, and it has lived up to my expectations and then some. Bowman County still has not converted a 2-point conversion, and once again, Killdeer stands strong, denying the 2-point conversion attempt from Bowman County. So with that, we'll take a timeout. It's 24-19. Bowman County, stick around for the final 111 of this second quarter.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in North Dakota, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
24-19, the lead right now for Bowman County, as they will try to keep Killdeer off the scoreboard for the final 71 seconds of this second half. A good return by Ducard as he breaks a tackle all the way up to midfield across the midfield mark. The ball came out. Bowman County says they have it. Dylan Hedge comes away with it. No official signal yet. Was he down? Bowman County thinks they have a fumble recovery. Would be the second turnover forced by Bowman. Bowman County football.
That play is huge. Michael Ducart, a great return. I thought for certain Killdeer was going to be in excellent field position. And
across midfield.
Yes. And then just at the last minute, they punched the ball out. Bowman County did and recovered.
Wow. Special teams making the play there. And Bowman County with the football and 61 seconds to work with, all 3 timeouts. That's all the time in the world for the Bulldogs, the way that they've moved the football this first half. Lamborn passes to his right. It's caught. Good gain on first down. Gabe Burke, the sophomore, with the catch on that play.
Gabe Burke tackled out of bounds, stopped the clock. You know, the way Bowman can move the ball, we could certainly see a Bowman County score before half.
Definitely. We go from thinking about their defense trying to keep Killdeer out of the end zone. Instead, it's going to be Killdeer's defense pushed right back into a difficult situation, trying to keep Bowman County from adding to their lead now. After that touchdown just seconds ago, Lamborn takes the snap. Steps up, he's going to try to run for it. Chase Kling, the ball comes out. Jackson Reese.
He was down before he lost it.
That was Jackson Reese making a scary defensive play, but Bowman County holds on to it. They say first down, and they will take a timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Shiloh Chavez with LPL Financial. First down, Bowman County. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Game Day Media.
You could put your dog in charge of deliveries,
but maybe don't.
You could plant your field by hand,
but maybe don't.
You could point in any direction and randomly choose a bank,
but maybe don't.
Cornerstone Bank offers high-tech, high-touch options when you want efficiency or need advice. Get the best of both, banking the way you want it. Come to Cornerstone and let us prove the difference.
24-19 as darkness has descended here in Killdeer. They've got the lights on. What a beautiful field they've got here in Killdeer, and what a football game we've been treated to here in this first half.
You know, they played a lot of good games here, and this is going to rank right up there with them. This is a great game.
It has been outstanding to watch these two teams go back and forth. It started off with a lot of offense. Both defenses have stepped up and made plays throughout the night. We'll see what happens here in these final 48 seconds. Here comes a blitz. Lamborn somehow gets away from it, stays on his feet, trying to get out of bounds. He does. Jackson Reese with the tackle at his own sideline. From here, it looked like it may have been a little bit extra after the play, but they're going to not throw any flags down there. He was just making sure that Lamborn was out of bounds, and it'll be a 2nd and 10 right from the 43-yard line.
There's a great individual effort by Lamborn just to get something out of nothing.
And preserve a timeout. Most importantly, not turn it over. 40 seconds left to go in this first half. Pass thrown incomplete. Is that intentional grounding?
Well, I didn't see a receiver in the area, but then again, I don't see a flag either. You could really see the pressure from Killdeer. Their defensive line is really quick up front, and they're fast.
They are fun to watch. Officials still talking about it.
We might get a late flag.
And there is a flag. Yep, I think that is the right call, as the ball did not make it to the line of scrimmage. So it is intentional grounding. Big call there, as that'll back Bowman County up and also cause them a loss of down.
Yeah, just nobody in the area either. It's unfortunate, but I understand it.
So that rewards the good defensive line play of Killdeer. And it's now 3rd down. Ball back at the 45. They need the 34 of Killdeer for a first down.
I wish we had the kind of analytics that could show us how many yards Bowman County has had to make to get back to the line of gain after being penalized multiple times.
It was not an issue through the first quarter and a half. It's been the second half of the second quarter where the penalties have really piled up against them. Nice pass. The catch is made, but staying in bounds is Schwartz. Clock continues to run now. Somebody took a timeout, and it was Bowman County who will take that timeout. I wasn't sure that either team was going to take a timeout faced with a 4th down. I think we'll keep it right here and talk a little strategy before the end of this second quarter. So, Ross, now you're facing a 4th down and 15. What do you think that Bowman County will plan to do here?
Well, I'm a little surprised by the timeout, frankly. I thought maybe they would just say, let's run the clock out and go in at half with a lead. Killdeer's got a dangerous offense. Anything could happen.
They certainly do. And yeah, from the 49-yard line with facing a 4th and 15, that down and distance doesn't scream to me a definite go-for-it 4th down situation. What little wind is left is at the back of Bowman County. But, yeah, if your plan is to punt, I don't think you'd be taking a timeout. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think whatever Bowman does here, Killdeer's going to have an opportunity to do something should they choose. They might decide just to go in down 24-19.
Yeah, I was trying to put myself in Coach Cook's shoes and think about if he would be considering taking a timeout after that play, but he didn't end up having to, as Bowman County elected to take it, and they're going to go for it. 4th and 15 from the 49. Lamborn going deep.
Oh,
he's got a man. Oh, incomplete. It was Brewer, and it was that close. Oh, Ross, it is a game of inches.
It is a game of inches. Boy, he was just about 6 or 10 inches away from pay dirt.
Turnover on down.
Look at that throw.
Just right off the tip of his fingers.
What tiny amount of wind there is left may have been just enough to blow that just a little bit too far. So now Killdeer takes over at their own 49-yard line. Ross, they have all 3 timeouts. They've got 15.8 seconds. This half is far from over.
Well, we've seen them score in 7.9 seconds.
That's right.
So.
They will fake the handoff. Throwing it near side. It's caught by Ducart. He breaks the tackle at the 30. The 25. Oh, what a move. It's at the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Ducart, 51 yards.
Well, I got to take this back. It took a whole 10 seconds. So.
I think a second of that was on the juke. Oh, man, what a play by the Killdeer Cowboys.
Boy, after the catch, that was all Michael Ducart. That was just a beautiful run to the end zone. Not surprised.
Wow. One play. That was all it took. Now they will go for two, trying to add to this 1-point lead. Bomb back to Reese. Incomplete. Took him a little bit too far out of bounds. So the score remains Killdeer 25, Bowman County 24. Both teams have done a great job of getting into the end zone. It's been after that they've had trouble. Right now, the only difference in this game is the one extra point kick that Killdeer has made. They've missed the rest of their extra points and now miss on that 2-point conversion attempt. Bowman County is 0 for 4 on their 2-point conversion attempts, and all of that adds up to a 1-point Cowboy lead, 25-24.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the Cowboys dial up here, because the way Bowman's been returning some of these kickoffs, they might decide just to squib quick one down here and kill 5 seconds and avoid the return issues that could ensue.
Yeah, most games you think of 5 seconds, oh, the half is over. But boy, the way that these offenses have been playing, anything but. Let's see what happens here. Killdeer with their 4th offensive touchdown of the game, 2 through the air and 2 on the ground. It is the squib kick, like Ross predicted, and it's bobbled back at the 26-yard line, and Jace Boynton is not going to have anywhere to go with it, and that will stop the clock with 0.4 seconds left, so still have not quite made it to halftime yet. And we'll see, not the field position that Bowman County would have liked, as their way back to their 24-yard line. Well, they'd have to go 76 yards in order to make something happen here before halftime.
They got to just be taking a knee and live to see another day.
Even on a game like this?
Well, they got the tools to score from here, that's for certain.
They're lining up like they're going to try. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Lamborn going to put it in the air. It's caught hook and ladder. And Burke will be ushered out of bounds after a gain of 11 yards. So that will end the first half. What a first half this has been. And it's a 1-point Killdeer lead. We have a lot to talk about in your halftime show. It'll be brought to you by Nodak Insurance Company with Eric Mogan, your agent in McKenzie County and Watford City. Stick around. We'll be back with that halftime report after this on GameDay Media.
When the job demands power and precision, turn to Hagen Equipment in Watford City, your proud Case IH and Bobcat dealers. From equipment rentals to a full service department and an extensive parts inventory, Hagen Equipment has what you need to get the job done right. Stop by 805 South Main Street in Watford or visit HagenEquipment.com. Hagen Equipment, work ready, field proven.
You could put your dog in charge of deliveries,
But like, maybe don't.
You could plant your field by hand,
But like, maybe don't?
You could point in any direction and randomly choose a bank,
But like, maybe don't?
Cornerstone Bank offers high-tech, high-touch options when you want efficiency or need advice. Get the best of both, banking the way you want it. Come to Cornerstone and let us prove the difference.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by
Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Watford City and Alexander Athletics on GameDay Media. Call financial advisor Doug Rolfson at 701-444-4160 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
GameDay Media is proud to showcase our local athletes, but we can't do it without the support of our community. We're inviting business owners like you to join our growing list of sponsors. Sponsorship not only helps give student athletes the recognition they deserve, but also puts your business front and center with fans, families, and the community. Partner with us today to promote local athletes and your business through GameDay Media. Together, we make a winning team.
Welcome back to Killdeer. Welcome into your Nodak Insurance Company halftime report. It's homecoming night here at Killdeer. The homecoming court being introduced down on the field. A lot of football players out there, including the homecoming king out there, Mr. Bomback. Tucker Bomback playing quarterback and also homecoming king here this year at Killdeer High School. Well, we've got a lot to talk about from that first half of action as we recap the scoring from an exciting back and forth, up and down first half of play. Bowman County struck first on a touchdown pass after a 6-play drive. Started the game, and the first touchdown was a catch by Kyle Brose to end that first drive that took just under 2 minutes off the clock, covered 6 plays, 65 yards, and put Bowman ahead 6-0. Killdeer answered right back with a 9-play, 62-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 35 seconds off the clock. They scored on a 3-yard touchdown run by Tucker Bomback. Extra point was good by Arian Ohado to make it 7-6 Killdeer with 7:46 left in the first quarter. Then Bowman responded with a 6-play, 61-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 8 seconds off the clock. They scored on a 39-yard touchdown pass from Mason Lamborn to Trey Brewer. 2-point conversion was no good, made it 12-7 Bowman County Bulldogs with 5:24 left in the first quarter. Killdeer would respond back with a quick drive, a 3-play, 67-yard touchdown drive that took 57 seconds off the clock. Scored on a 25-yard touchdown pass from Tucker Bomback to Michael Ducart. Extra point attempt was no good. 13-12 Killdeer with 4:39 left, and then they added to that lead before the end of the first quarter with a 1-play, 39-yard drive that took 8 seconds off the clock. It was a 39-yard touchdown run by Jack Bomback. Extra point was missed, and that made it 19-12 Killdeer with 7 seconds left in the first quarter. That was the score at the end of the first. In the second quarter, Bowman County went 7 plays, 58 yards in 1 minute and 32 seconds, scoring on a 2-yard touchdown pass from Lamborn to Brewer. 2-point conversion was no good. 19-18, Killdeer led it with 10:29 left. Then Bowman County took the lead back with a 6-play, 62-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock, scoring on a 4-yard touchdown run by Mason Lamborn. 2-point conversion was no good. Made it 24-19. Bowman County with 1:11 left in the first half. And then with 5 seconds left before halftime, Killdeer scored on a 1-play drive that covered 51 yards. It did take 10 seconds off the clock, a little bit longer, as Ross mentioned, than the last 1-play drive did, but still just about as fast as possible, as that 51-yard connection once again went from Tucker Bomback to Michael Ducart. And the 2-point conversion attempt was no good, and that ended the first half scoring with a 1-point advantage for Killdeer. They lead at 25-24. Bowman County did run a play before halftime ended, or before the second quarter ended, with a hook and ladder, but they were not able to get into the end zone. So that is our score. After 2 quarters of play, it was 19-12 Killdeer after 1. Bowman County outscores Killdeer 12-6 in the second quarter. Let's try to get you some stats from this first half. 233 yards of offense for Killdeer. Tucker Bomback, 7 of 14 passing the football for 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. Leading receiver was Michael Ducart with 4 catches for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jackson Reese, 1 catch for 29 yards. Chase Kling, 2 receptions for 19 yards. And on the ground, Jack Bombach led the way with 5 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown. Tucker Bombach, 6 carries for 27 yards and a touchdown. So in total, 87 rushing yards, 146 passing yards, totaled up 233 yards of offense for Killdeer. They committed 4 penalties for 33 yards. They were guilty of 1 turnover as they committed and lost 1 fumble. For Bowman County, the Bulldogs, 316 total yards of offense, 73 rushing yards, 243 passing yards, all of them for Mason Lamborn. He was 18 for 24 passing the football, 243 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. His leading receiver in the first half was Trey Brewer, 5 catches, 131 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Cale Schwartz had 4 catches for 43 yards. Dylan Hedge, 4 catches for 28 yards. Will Burke with a catch for 17 yards. Gabe Burke with a catch for 6 yards. Daniel Hoff, 1 reception for 4 yards. Kyle Brose, 1 reception for 3 yards and a touchdown. On the ground, Dylan Hedge was the leading rusher on just 1 attempt. He gained 47 yards. And actually, I'm going to give him some rushing yards on that hook and ladder play there. So I'll give him 2 rushing attempts for 52 yards. And then it was Will Burke with 10 carries for 16 yards and a touchdown. Mason Lamborn, 7 carries, 9 yards and a touchdown. And Daniel Hoff had 1 carry for 1 yard. Totals up to 20 rushes for 78 yards. Bowman County did commit some penalties, 6 penalties for 50 yards that hurt them on the offensive side for a little while, but ultimately they stayed even in the turnover category as they gave away 1 interception. So their defense recovered 1 fumble, their offense gave away 1 interception. Lots of numbers that I just threw at you. It's been fun trying to keep track of this game in the math department as well as we give you the play-by-play. Bowman County with a pretty big advantage in the yardage category after that first half with 321 yards compared to Killdeer with 233. But the most important number is up on the scoreboard, and that shows Killdeer leading by 1. Killdeer 25, Bowman County 24. We'll step aside, and we'll be back with more of your Nodak Insurance Company halftime show after this.
When you have financial questions or ideas, you need someone to listen and provide insight about your options. Shiloh Chavez and her team with LPL Financial can review your specific situation and help create a strategy unique to you and your goals. Give her a call at 701-842-4244 or email at shiloh.chavez@lpl.com.
Hey Dad, will you check the cows?
Use this instead, Grandpa. The cows look fine, Dad.
In my day, we had to sleep in the barn to check the cows.
Combining tradition and technology, respecting the past while embracing the future. RTC Networks.
Welcome back to Killdeer as we continue along with your Nodak Insurance Company halftime report. I want to thank our friends at the ND Score Feed app, keeping you up to date on all of the scores from across the state, including Kindred with a big win. It has gone final now over Grand Forks Red River, 42-7. They are one of the best teams in 2A. We'll get to look at the number 1 team in 2A football next week as Minot North makes the trip to Watford City. The Wolves are in action down in Dickinson. That game just about getting ready to start. They're starting at a 7:30 opening kickoff time. They're also in the Mountain Time Zone as the Mavericks take on the Wolves in AA action. You can keep an eye on all of those scores there thanks to the ND Score Feed app. Also, we want to remind you, if you haven't done so already, to go ahead and like, subscribe, and enable notifications for YouTube. We're on GameDay Media ND. Had a great football season schedule already, and we are just getting started, a little over halfway through after tonight's ball game finishes up for the regular season. We'll also hope to bring you some postseason action, so go ahead and like us on Facebook as well and stay up to date with GameDay Media. It's time for the opening kickoff of your third quarter, brought to you by Northern States Fishing Tools, and it's a fumble. Dukart wisely just covers it up at the 25-yard line. He didn't like the way the ball was bouncing, so a good decision there to just cover it up and let his offense join him out on the field.
Yeah, that was a smart play by Michael Dukart. It looked like he lost his footing, and he didn't want to risk making a fumble in a situation like that, not to start out this second half the way this game's been going.
Yep, first things first, maintain possession of the football. So we'll see which team can come out of the halftime break with some momentum as the handoff goes right up the middle, and a good carry on first down for Jack Bomback. Tackle made by Grady Burke after a pickup of 7 on first down. 2nd and 3 for the Cowboys. That'll be a big carry for Tucker Bomback. The homecoming king gets it out near midfield. Gets it from the 32 all the way up to the 47 for a gain of 15. First and 10 Cowboys after that quarterback run. Arian Ohado goes into the backfield. He'll be alongside the senior quarterback, Tucker Bomback, with 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Fake the handoff, and he must have stayed behind the line of scrimmage as no flag is thrown. The catch is made. What a beautiful play design there. And it turns into a nice gain from Bomback to Kling.
Well, there you really get the chance to see the athleticism of this Killdeer Cowboy offense.
Bomback now with 159 passing yards as they get it into Bowman County territory. And Jack Bomback somehow stays on his feet, dives for more yardage. Outstanding carry on first down.
Well, when you get Jack Bomback in space, he really moves, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. A pickup of 14 and another Killdeer first down. This first down play not gaining as much yards there for Killdeer.
No gain on the play.
No gain. Good job by the defensive line that time of Bowman County to limit Jack Bomback. That he has not had a negative carry. That was his first 0-yard carry of the game.
Well, those bigs up front have been really moving people around to give them a nice hole to run through. It just didn't work out that time.
2nd and 10 for the Cowboys. Ball at the 25-yard line. Killdeer playing with a 1-point lead, trying to add to it. Into the corner, Jackson Reese makes the catch. Yes, he does. Touchdown, Cowboys.
What a beautiful grab by Jackson Reese. Holy smokes. He's got a lot of intangibles there. He's long, good hands, athletic.
On the snap, Schmidt on the hold.
A lot of fun to watch.
He sure is. 25-yard connection, and Killdeer adds to their lead, now up 7. Ohado trying to make it 8. Snap spot. This one is way up there, and it is good. Killdeer 32. Bowman County 24. After that Cornerstone Bank touchdown. We're back with the kickoff after this on GameDay Media.
Since 1978, Northern States Fishing Tools of Watford City has been your trusted partner in the oil field. Serving the Wollaston Basin, we offer top quality fishing and rental tools, including packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. With expert knowledge and decades of experience, we deliver results tailored to your needs, all at competitive prices. Give us a call, 701-842-3350, or visit northernstatesfishingtools.com. Northern States Fishing Tools, quality tools, proven service.
You know, a lot of people take those PATs for granted, but they're not as easy as they look, and that was just a real nice snap, hold, and kick.
It certainly was the highest kick for Ohado. He has made 2 of his attempts now. As that return from Jace Boynton gets it up to the 35-yard line.
Well, if I remember right, his first one was low and straight, the second one was a little wide right, and his third one a little wide left, and now we got it right where we want it.
That's right, yep. His offense keeps giving him opportunities, and he is taking advantage of those extra point attempts. So that drive covered 75 yards for Killdeer in just a minute 58. And the touchdown pass to Jackson Reese, who's trying to make a tackle. Boy, a slippery moving Cale Schwartz that time proved very difficult for Killdeer to get down to the turf.
Yeah, Cale Schwartz wasn't interested in going down, was he?
No. Good play on first down. Ends up only being a 4-yard gain, but a nice
Second 6 for the Bulldogs.
run after the catch there by Cale Schwartz, who now has 5 receptions for this Bowman County offense. Run up the middle, Burke, first down. Nice run on second down and 6.
You know, there's a nice piece of running. Burke just got in behind his blockers and followed him up. Got a nice first down.
Along with Ohado.
Important play there for Bowman County as they try to wrestle some momentum back away from Killdeer. Both teams have scored in a hurry. And Bowman County trying to do it again. There's a connection. It's caught by Schwartz at the 20, 15, 10. Brought down by Reese after a big gain.
84 Reese runs him down. Stops a touchdown. First and goal from the 5.
You know, things that were to take away from this game, Killdeer scoring just before the end of the first half and then coming back with the opening kickoff and taking it down and scoring. Makes all the difference in the world. We'll see if Bowman's able to respond here.
48-yard connection on that play. Lambourne not able to gain much on first and goal from the 5. Brings up second and goal as they're looking for another Cornerstone Bank touchdown. Currently down by 8. They have not struggled getting it into the end zone with their offense, but they have struggled to tack in a 2-point conversion, and they would like to do both on this drive to tie the football game up.
You know, it's interesting. Bowman they really have kind of struggled in the red zone period.
Look at that, though. There's a touchdown as Lambourne got hit as he let it fly, and he still got it to his favorite target tonight, Trey Brewer, for a 5-yard touchdown. Once again, Lambourne extending the play, and he turns that one into 6. Brewer with his 6th catch of the game. 3 of them have gone for touchdowns.
Boy, Mason Lambourne took a big hit at the end of that.
Yes, he did.
But he made a nice find and a nice throw.
And now this all-important 2-point conversion as Bowman County tries to tie it up. Lambourne fires it. Incomplete, knocked away by Trey Larimer. And once again, the Cowboys stand strong on the 2-point attempt by Bowman County. Don't go anywhere. On your NCC scoreboard, it's Killdeer 32, Bowman County 30. We're back with a kickoff after this.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
A 5-play, 65-yard drive from the Bulldogs. 5-yard touchdown pass from Lambourne to Brewer. 2-point conversion, no good. So it remains 32-30 Killdeer with 8:04 remaining in quarter number 3. There's a big return and a big hit. Jack Bomback on the return, but Cutter Orodnik hitting him hard, bringing him to the turf near the 40-yard line. Back it up to the 38. That is where Killdeer's offense comes back onto the field, trying to add to their 2-point lead. Killdeer, the number 2 team in the state, but they are getting everything they can handle tonight with their opponent on homecoming, the Bowman County Bulldogs. Trying for a deep pass on first down, intended target Arian Ohado, but it sails over his head, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
You know, as impressive as it is with Trey Brewer picking up 3 receiving touchdowns tonight, the one thing that really stands out to me is Bowman County's balance. I mean, big plays have come from all corners on their offense. It's nice to see.
Yes, their running game, they haven't run it very much, but when they have, it's been effective. And Killdeer's rushing offense has also been effective as we get our first flag of the second half. This one's going against Killdeer.
Good play, 2nd down.
That's their 5th penalty of the night. It's cost them 38 yards. Their penalties have been a little more evenly distributed, where Bowman County had a lot of their penalties pile up on one drive there late in the second quarter. 32-30. Killdeer with the lead, now facing a 2nd and 15. Bomback passes left, too tall, intended for Michael Ducart. Incompletion, false start, another incompletion, and 8 seconds have come off the clock on this drive, and Killdeer now faces a 3rd and 15. Ross, we have a lot of possessions left in this game. I don't know what's going to happen, but there's going to be a lot of possessions.
Well, the way these offenses score, it's so hard to predict.
It certainly is, but it has been fun to watch. 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right. They tried for the hard count, trying to get a free 5 yards back. Bowman County almost committed the penalty, but stayed on their side of the line of scrimmage. And now Bomback will take the snap. Steps up, fires it over the middle. It is incomplete as 2 defenders converge on Ducart, and they sandwich him. Trey Brewer and Dylan Hedge both got in there and knocked the football away from Ducart. 3 consecutive incompletions from Bomback.
Boy, Tucker Bomback put that right where he needed to, but it was just so well defended by those backers from Bowman County.
Excellent defensive play. And now it's 4th and 15. Killdeer has punted it a couple of times, and it looks like that's what they'll do here as Aiden Binnick, number 73, goes back into punt formation. Bowman County with some momentum. As this is going to be a short punt, but take a great Killdeer bounce. And then it'll rest at the 31-yard line.
That was a fortuitous bounce for Killdeer.
Comes into a 31-yard punt, flips a little bit of field position, and now Bowman County brings their offense out onto the field, starting at their own 31-yard line with 7:40 still to go in this third quarter. That drive took 20 seconds off the clock. Mason Lamborn goes into shotgun formation, hands it off to Burke. Over the right side, a little bit of running room, but not a lot, as Hayden Thormalen makes the tackle after no gain. No gain on that carry for Burke.
You know, it's so interesting. Oftentimes we're talking about sustained drives and wearing down defenses. That hasn't really been an issue here tonight.
No. Let's see. That's a good point. I think the longest drive has been a 9-play drive as a flag is thrown after that run by Hedge. Pickup of 5, but I think Bowman County is going to be moving backwards after that one. Yep, holding against Bowman.
Bulldogs.
Well, there's never an opportune time for a penalty, and this is no exception. Bowman County does not want to dig itself into a hole here. They started with good field position. They're just down by 2. I'm sure they'd like to get something out of this drive for certain.
Yeah, that makes it that much more difficult now, facing a 2nd and 20 with the ball back at their own 21-yard line. Lamborn throws it to the near side, incomplete. Nice catch by the Killdeer coach, as it was intended for Cale Schwartz.
You know, he had his man, but he just never had an opportunity to really plant his feet. He was backpedaling, and the ball just got away on him.
So now 3rd and 20. It's been so interesting how it seems like the drive that we then see the mirror image of that drive on the next one. So many times that has happened, as these two teams have proved to be evenly matched here tonight. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Lamborn in the shotgun with Burke at his left side. He steps up. He's going to be hit. The ball comes loose, and Killdeer recovers.
Oh, boy. That is a big fumble.
Abbey with the fumble recovery deep in Bowman County territory. There's a big play by the Killdeer defense.
You know, it looked like Lamborn was trying to tuck that back into his belly, and he just couldn't get it there. There was too many Cowboys surrounding him, and the ball popped out. Leaves Killdeer in excellent field position.
2nd turnover against Bowman County. First one in the fumble category as they start this drive at the 17-yard line. Good job by the Bowman County defense to stretch that play out. Still a very positive play as they get it down to the 10-yard line.
That was a big play by Dylan Hedge on the outside there. He just tripped up Tucker Bomback.
So a pickup of 7. Brings up 2nd down and 3. Bomback claps his hands, take the snap, throwing into the end zone, incomplete. Oh, what a play by Gabe Burke to knock that one away.
I thought he had a pick there. That was an excellent defensive play.
What a job of turning around at just the right time. We can't take any chances and show you the replay as we're going to miss game action, but go back and you can replay it on your own there, as looks like Tucker Bomback is not going to quite pick up the first down. Looks at 4th and 1.
I imagine we'll see a keeper here.
Well, at about the 8, you are correct. And he is all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. He needed 1. He gets 8, and he puts Killdeer up by 8 after that touchdown run.
Boy, he just put his head down, and those linemen opened a hole. I think he could have drove a bus through it.
2nd rushing touchdown of the game for Tucker Bomback, and now this is a key point after touchdown as Arian Ohado can make it a 2-possession game. It looks good. Did he sneak it in the left upright? He did not. So it remains an 8-point game. 5:54 still to go in the 3rd quarter. Cowboys up by 8, and we'll be back after this quick timeout with the kickoff.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lack provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
Four-play drive that took 17 yards, took 56 seconds off the clock. 8-yard touchdown run by Tucker Bomback. And it's now an 8-point lead with 5:54 remaining in just this 3rd quarter. Ross, I'm excited. We still have an entire quarter and a half of football left to go here tonight. Short kickoff picked up by Daniel Hoff, and he gained some positive yards on that return. Stopped just short of the 40. And now Bowman County sends their offense back onto the field And before they try another pass, let's check their yardage. I got 387 yards right now of offense so far for Bowman County.
Incredible.
5:51 to go in the third quarter as Lamborn is going to get hit and sacked. Another sack for this Killdeer defensive line. That was Jace Handy getting the stop on that one.
Jace Handy is handy.
Yes.
You know, I wonder if Coach Cook didn't sit his defensive front down and have a little discussion at halftime, because they have come out so strong in the second half.
Every one of those plays kind of wears on a quarterback. You get a little bit less comfortable in the pocket, and you aren't knowing exactly where the pressure is going to be coming from, which direction is safe to run to. And each one of those sacks is a negative play in the momentum category along with the yardage category. There's a positive play as a late flag is thrown. Hedge with the catch and run, tackled by Thormalin after a gain of 7, but let's see what the penalty marker is resting on the field for. It's looking like it's going against Killdeer. Yeah, that will be a first down. So a gain of 7 on the play, and then I think you're going to tack on 15.
You know, if you watch the defensive front of Killdeer, you can see they're running some different schemes this second half, and I think that's got the offensive line from Bowman reeling a little bit. But I'm sure Coach Griswold will make some adjustments there too, and we'll see Bowman stiffen up here a little bit and protect Lamborn a little better.
6th penalty of the night against Killdeer. Bowman County has it in Cowboy territory. Lamborn hit as he throws. Incomplete. Arian Ohado had the best chance at that football, and Lamborn slow in getting up.
Uh-oh. I think we've got probably a targeting call there.
Really? Wow. So just when it looked like Killdeer had got a little bit of momentum back, looks like another penalty thrown. They had a 15-yarder on the previous play. And it looks like 15 more again, giving Bowman County another first down. And now penalties are even.
Must have just been unnecessary roughness.
7 penalties against both teams.
In any event, that Lamborn has taken some real big hits here already in the second half.
Yes, he has. But he's staying out there. 2 receivers left and right. Ball on the near hash mark. Lamborn takes the snap. Handoff to Burke. Big hole up the middle. He's into the secondary across the 20. Gets a block at the 15. A stiff arm at the 10. Finally take out of bounds at the 5, and I think that's going to be a late hit.
Yeah, he was too far out of bounds. You know, Killdeer's aggressive, and obviously they know that to make Bowman County uncomfortable on offense, you need to make Lamborn uncomfortable on offense. They've been trying that, but it cost them this drive with some huge penalties.
3rd first down of the drive, and another Killdeer penalty moves it half the distance to the goal. It is now 1st and goal Bulldogs with the football at the 2-yard line. Lamborn's going to keep it himself over the right side. He pushes, he lunges, and he's in there. Touchdown, Bowman County. It's a 2-point game again.
You know, when you're the quarterback, sometimes the best help is when you help yourself. And he's been doing it on the ground tonight.
He sure has, and we've talked about the hits that have been piling up, but he was not afraid that time, and he delivered a hit on the Killdeer defenders trying to tackle him. Now, can Bowman County get a 2-point conversion? This one would tie it up. Lamborn's going to throw for it. He's got his man Hedge. It's caught, and we are all tied up. Lamborn to Hedge, 38-38, 4:22 left to go the third quarter. We're back with the kickoff after this timeout.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lac provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
38-38. 4:22 still to play in this third quarter as Bowman County responds after the Killdeer touchdown, and we're tied up.
What a big answer from Bowman County. That is just a testimonial to their resilience and their grit.
Chandler Lamborn to kick it deep after the Cornerstone Bank touchdown. Another short kick, and Dom Dukart makes the catch, and he will just go to the turf. So Killdeer sends their offense onto the field. 4:21 still to play in just the third quarter. Looking at the stats here, it looks like we've already been into overtime and maybe played a first quarter of another game.
Yeah, it is just absolutely fun to watch.
And this drive will start at the 38-yard line. A big hole for Jack Bomback as he crosses midfield. It's just tripped up at the 45 by Trey Brewer. Big play to start for the Cowboys. Pickup of 17, but it looks like he's slow in getting up.
You know, it looked to me like he slipped a little bit on that turf, and I wonder if he didn't strain a muscle. It certainly wasn't because he got hit hard. It just looked like he came down funny, and I hope he's okay.
His offensive lineman is trying to help him up onto his feet, and he wasn't quite ready to be helped up there yet with 4:15 left to play.
Well, you know, and that'd be a real loss if he can't come back to the game tonight. There he's going off under his own power. I'm sure we'll see him again. He's a lot of fun to watch. He's explosive, and he's as lethal as any offensive weapon they've got on the field.
He certainly is, and it's it's unexpected when they hand it off, but it's so powerful and effective when they do. And they are going to have to play at least for one play, if not more, without him. Looks like Dom Dukart started in the backfield. Now he goes into the slot. 1st and 10 from the 42. A quick pass that's caught by Chase Kling. Good job by the Bowman County defense to wrap him up. Will Burke and Jace Getz combine on the stop. No gain on that play.
Yeah, when the nose tackle comes down on you at the end of the play, that's never a good sign.
No. 2nd and 10 it was going to be, but then Killdeer jumps, and the false start will back them up 5 more yards.
Jace Getz, just a sophomore at 5'7" and 210 pounds, and he brings it.
So that makes it 2nd and 15, as now Killdeer has committed more penalties than Bowman has. Bowman County almost gets a sack. Bomback somehow gets away, and he breaks another tackle inside the 30, down to the 25. That's about a 25-yard change in field position after Bomback took what was nearly a sack and turned it into a first down run.
Balls on Bulldog 25.
That was nothing short of impressive.
Yes. 17-yard scramble. And he looked like he was going to pass. Now he's going to scramble again inside the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! 25-yard run by Tucker Bomback.
He's the real deal, boy. When he turned it up and got the sideline, there wasn't anybody going to catch him.
Unbelievable run by Tucker Bomback. And just like that, Killdeer back in front.
You know, just enough of a pass fake to kind of freeze those defensive backs, and he took it to the house.
Yeah, that was a convincing pass fake. Sometimes you'll see a quarterback just go through the motions of a pass fake. That one, he was serious about it, and then he took advantage of that just split second of hesitation that he forced, and he took it all the way into the end zone. Now he'll try to add the 2-point conversion. He rolls to the right again. And he's going to throw it. It's knocked around. It's incomplete. And the score remains 44-38 Killdeer.
3:21 in the third. Cowboys 44.
So the Cowboys score in a minute to go back up by 6. Another Cornerstone Bank touchdown. And we will step aside for a quick break. Thank one of our sponsors. It's 44-38 Cowboys. We're back with a kickoff right after this.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app, and as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remain. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs, with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company. Stop by our office in Watford City and visit with Eric Mogan and Brady Monroe to see how we can help.
4-play, 61-yard drive, which mirrors Bowman County's 4-play, 61-yard drive. The only difference was Killdeer's drive took 29 seconds less off the clock. Here's a nice return by Boynton. He bounces it outside. What a run back by the freshman, Jace Boynton.
Very nice run back. You know, going back to that PAT for Killdeer, I wasn't surprised to see him go for 2. They know Bowman's not going to kick for 1, so you may as well try and keep it so if Bowman scores and converts, then it would be a tie game, obviously. So we'll see if that comes back to haunt the Cowboys.
Neither team has been very successful on their points after touchdowns. And Bowman County just converted their first 2-point conversion attempt of the game after their last score. They want another opportunity. In order to do that, they're going to have to get it into the end zone first for 6, and that's a good start on that carry by Will Burke.
You know, there's another back that's fun to watch, Will Burke. I think ideally I'd like to have Will Burke and Jack Bomback in my backfield. Those guys are fun.
They are fun to watch, and just one play already, Bowman County into Killdeer territory. Down by 6, a quick snap. Lamborn gets it in, hands it off, and that's Burke. Going to be a yard short of the first down. Oh no, that was Boynton. Boynton, not Burke, on the carry. First rushing attempt for the freshman. He's been really good on those kickoff returns. That was his first carry from scrimmage.
Tied up by Dane Jepson there again. He's had a real nice game tonight.
3rd down and 1. Boynton goes in motion. Lamborn keeps it himself and has a first down. Jackson Reese brings him down at the 39-yard line. Gain of 9.
First down, Bulldogs.
Got that as the 19th first down of the game for Bowman County. It's going to be the 4th play of the drive as we go under 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. I want to thank our premium sponsors, NCC and RTC. RTC Networks brings you the instant replays. NCC, our scoreboard. That scoreboard operator has been busy tonight, totaling up the points that we've seen here today. Quick pass, left side, caught by Hedge in space, inside the 30, down to the 23-yard line. Gain of 16 on first down. Couple of players slow in getting up. One from each team, and it looks like Hedge is the last one to get up after that first down catch and run.
First and 10 from the 24.
Yeah, we're starting to see some of these players cramp up a little bit. I mean, the tempo of this game, that's completely understandable. They haven't had a lot of idle time.
Ross, don't completely trust my math, but for right now, I've got 455 yards of offense from Bowman County. 323 passing yards.
I'm getting tired just watching you watch out all the stats.
And that is another first down.
We got a quarter to go, Titus.
Yes, we do. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff to Boynton. I thought he might bounce it outside. He kept it inside of his tackle there and gains a couple of positive yards. Clock keeps running after Arian Ohado gets the stop.
I guarantee that's what Kelly needed out of the car was mustard. Yep. Just keep little packets in the car.
A gain of a big yard there for Boynton. Clock continues to run. Wind not a factor anymore, I'm pretty confident in saying, as the pass is thrown to the left side. Catch made by a leaping Trey Brewer, but not much space to work with as Jackson Reese brings him down right away, and another cramping Bulldog.
Yeah, Reese was all over that. He read that from the get-go.
We'll stop the clock again as Brewer bounces right back up to his feet after getting helped out by his teammate Cale Schwartz. 32 pass attempts now for Mason Lamborn. He's completed 24 of them, as 2 touchdowns and interception for 324 yards.
What a great stat line.
Yes. And only through 3 quarters, maybe. We'll see. He's going to have another pass attempt in this third. And it's caught for a touchdown.
Touchdown Bulldogs.
Look at that, as Kansas Duffield on the reception, his first catch of the night. And Ross, we are all tied up again.
Boy, I tell you, that hit him in the breadbasket. I thought he mishandled it at first.
Wow. Now they'll go for 2, trying to break the tie. Pass caught by Schwartz. He's in there for the 2-point conversion.
And now you know why the Cowboys went for 2 down here just a moment ago.
Absolutely. Just like that. Bowman County strikes again. And it is now 46-44 Bowman County. We'll be back with a kickoff after this 30-second timeout.
Looking to save on fuel and fuel up fast? Patriot Fuels of Alexander, North Dakota is your partner in profit. We're proud to support the trucking industry with high-speed fueling systems, top-quality products, and vendor relationships that put your success first. Join the Patriot Fuels Fleet Card program and unlock exclusive discounts, or simply pay at the pump. Either way, you're fueling with integrity and efficiency. Patriot Fuels, driven to deliver more, located in Alexander, North Dakota.
The short kickoff and a quick return up to the 41-yard line after that quick drive by Bowman County's offense.
You know, during the break, we were talking to Jackson Lee here, and he made a good point. It's not that the defenses aren't good for either of these teams. It's just the offenses are so good, the defense can't keep up.
Yeah. And now both teams have scored 3 touchdowns in this third quarter alone. And that play will be a running attempt to Arian Ohado, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. They will switch ends. That'll be a 3-yard gain for Ohado on his first carry of the ball game. We'll step aside. We won't go anywhere. We're back with an exciting fourth quarter right after this on GameDay Media.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Watford City and Alexander Athletics on GameDay Media. Call financial advisor Doug Rolfson at 701-444-4160 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
46-44, the guests from Bowman County leading the home team tonight, the Killdeer Cowboys, the number 2 team in the state. And this game has lived up to all the hype and then some here so far tonight. Killdeer with the football, facing a 2nd down and 7. Bomback takes the snap. He spun the football. He didn't even take a step back. He just threw it into double coverage looking for Jackson Reese, and it falls incomplete.
I don't think Jackson Reese ever picked up on that ball. It came so quick. He was covered by 2 defenders and well defended. Maybe Killdeer's lucky on that particular play. We'll see what they come back with on 2nd down.
Now it's 3rd down. Yep, 3rd and 7. Second play of the fourth quarter. Bomback calls his own number and picks up a 1st down into Bowman County territory, all the way down to the 32-yard line. That's a pretty good play on 3rd and 7.
1st down Cowboys.
25 yards.
I like Tucker Bomback in that situation. If you can't get it done with your arm, you just do it with your legs.
And Bomback wasn't running a whole lot to start the game, but now in his last 3 carries, he has picked up 67 yards and a touchdown. There he picks up a first down. He is over 125 yards rushing. And there's the handoff to Arian Ohado, who hurdles the man. He's down at the 5.
Ohado on a big run.
Wow. How's that for a highlight reel run by the kicker and part-time running back, Arian Ohado?
That was an impressive run. You know, that's a true next man up. Jack Bombap goes down with an injury, and Ohado just picks up the slack.
And now Bomback strolls into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown, his 4th rushing touchdown of the night. And Killdeer is back in front after that Cornerstone Bank touchdown. It's 50-46.
That sounds more like the end of a game score than the beginning of the 4th quarter, doesn't it?
It does. We're getting into basketball final score territory here before long. And there's 2 more as they convert on the 2-point conversion. The pass from Bomback to Chase Kling. Killdeer back up by a touchdown with 11:17 to go. It's Killdeer 52, Bowman County 46. You're watching Game Day Media.
At Johnson and Sundin Law Office, we combine big case expertise with small town service. Since 1980, we've fought for clients across western North Dakota. From oil and gas disputes to serious injury and wrongful death cases, probate, agriculture, and more. No matter what issue, our experienced team is ready to stand by your side. In our office in Watford City, we're here for you, wherever you are. Johnson and Sundin, expert legal representation rooted in North Dakota.
52-46. Killdeer with the lead as they get ready for the kickoff. Our first kickoff of the quarter brought to you by Northern States Fishing Tools, a locally owned fishing and rental tool company serving the Williston Basin since 1978. Low line drive kick that bounces off of Hoff. It's picked up at the 24-yard line by Jace Boynton. Starts to the left and gets tackled before he can get outside of the hash marks. A 9-yard return as Abby and Reese combine on the tackle.
You know, going back to that PAT, that was a real nice catch by Chase Kling going down after that ball. And that was a huge PAT considering we'd be 46-50 if he hadn't have maintained control.
Yep, good point. That 6-point lead is enormous right now, as it forces Bowman County not only to get into the end zone once, but twice if they want to get more than a tie ball game out of it. There is a pass to Kansas Duffield. He's been a secret weapon. We haven't seen him much until this second half. He made that touchdown catch, and now a good first down gain of 5 to get this drive off on the right foot for Bowman County.
Well, I think anybody that drove here tonight from Bowman County is pretty happy they drove here tonight.
I drove from Watford City, and I'm happy I drove here tonight. There's a nice catch. Nice hit.
Pass is complete.
But the pass is complete, and that's a first down. Trey Brewer with the reception.
Well, as we were coming down tonight, if you'd have told me we'd be in the 4th quarter at a 52-46 score, I wouldn't have believed it.
Yeah. Brewer now with 8 receptions, 144 yards, and 3 touchdowns. These teams are putting up some video game numbers tonight. Lamborn with a catch, throw that's caught on the slant route by Schwartz. He's inside the 30, cuts it back at the 25 to the 20. Beautiful slant route catch and run into Killdeer territory.
What a great run by Schwartz. Just a pass and catch, and Schwartz did the rest. Of course, Lamborn makes that pass look pretty easy, doesn't he?
He did. He put it exactly where he needed to. Able for Schwartz to catch it in stride and just keep on running. A pickup of 42. Getting them into the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 14. Lamborn rolls to his left, never got his feet set for that pass as Hayden Thormalin was providing the pressure and forces the incompletion.
That play was pretty well defended. Maybe it's best it didn't work out. Such a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback moving right to left.
Yes. 10:05 to go in quarter number 4. NCC scoreboard shows Killdeer 52, Bowman County 46. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Lamborn takes the snap, looks into the end zone, throws it a little bit short. It's tipped away and it's intercepted. Enormous play by Trey Larimer.
That might be the biggest play of the night right there.
Larimer gets the interception. Second pick of the night for Killdeer's defense, and what an enormous one that is, deep in Killdeer territory.
There wasn't anything easy about that interception.
Oh, he timed it well and was able to complete the catch. It's one thing to know where the ball's going. It's another thing to make the catch and actually turn the offense over, and there goes Bomback inside the 25, beyond the 30 to the 35, up to the 37. What a huge play on first down as he picks up 25 again.
You know, with all those weapons Killdeer has, I don't suppose Bowman County could put a spy on Bomback, but they've exploited that hole in the middle so many times, they're going to have to do something to close that down.
Yeah, that would be tough to dedicate one defender. Now looks like Killdeer might finally be slowing things down just a little bit. Play clock at 15 as Bomback takes the snap. Hands it off to Arian Ohado. Gain of about 2 on first down.
Pauly on the stop.
Peyton Pauly with another tackle. He's a sophomore who's made some defensive plays for Bowman County. Bomback is going to keep it over to the right side, showing off the speed, gets hit hard by Hedge, but another first down. Bomback just picking up big chunks of yardage every time he runs the football.
Make no mistake, this offense rolls the way he rolls, and right now he's rolling downhill.
That's right. He's over 10 yards per carry now. I've got him for 16 carries, 162 yards, and 4 touchdowns. I think that's going to be movement against the defense.
Yeah, it looked like encroachment.
Wasn't sure if somebody on the offensive line had flinched, but it does go against Bowman County, their 8th penalty. Both teams have had penalty problems at different points in the game, and Bowman County just cannot afford to have any penalty difficulties right now with the game situation where it's at. There comes a blitz, almost got home to Bomback. The pass is completed to Kling, and they do gain 2 yards. Not a big gain, but hey, it wasn't a loss of yardage, or most importantly, it wasn't a loss of the football.
Radnick on the stop.
Cutter Oradnik with the tackle after that 2-yard gain, brings up 2nd down and 3. Bad snap. Bomback goes back and gets it. And able to maintain possession. That's a big loss.
That's a huge loss. They're lucky Bomback's as sure-handed as he is, because that could have been catastrophic for Killdeer.
Pauly makes the tackle, and that is an average killer in the stat category there. 10-yard loss for Bomback. And now it's 3rd and 13. That hurts just as bad as a penalty as far as the yardage goes. Bomback steps up over the middle. He's got a man. It's caught by Tommy Schmidt inside the 30. Makes a man miss at the 20. 15, 10. Brought down at the 7-yard line.
Boy, that was just a case of broken coverage there, and Bomback found his receiver and exploited it.
46 yards on that completion. 1st and goal, Cowboys. Even playing with the lead late in the 4th quarter, they're going to keep the gas pedal down, and that pass is knocked away, incomplete. Looking for Jackson Reese.
Gross on the coverage.
Stops the clock with 7:02 left. First and goal from the 8.
Maddie.
It's a difficult task, but Bowman County has to try to keep Killdeer out of the end zone here and keep this a one-possession game. Another high snap. Bombach able to bring it in. Maybe he gains a yard, but that's it. Jace Getz once again in on the stop.
Third and goal from the 7.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there. That's 2 snaps now that I'm a little high. I don't know if Bombach is adjusted where he's standing necessarily, or if it's just a little...
Yeah, it hasn't been an issue all night really until this drive. Third and goal. Pass over the right side. It's caught. Did he bring it down in bounds? Yes, sir, he did. Tommy Schmidt. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Beautiful grab.
Just his second catch of the game. They both come on this drive, and Killdeer has their largest lead of the game. And Killdeer is going to think about this 2-point conversion. They're going to take a timeout. It's brought to you by Shiloh Chavez with LPL Financial. We're back with a 2-point conversion after this timeout.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA.
Welcome back to Killdeer. Titus Stenberg with Ross Sundin here on Game Day Media. Jackson Lee in the producer's chair tonight doing an outstanding job with our first game here in Killdeer on Game Day Media. And also Matt Gonzalez doing an outstanding job with the camera, bringing you the sights from Killdeer. Pass to the right side. Kling, did he bring it in? He did. Great catch by Chase Kling as he brings that in to put Killdeer ahead now 60-46 with 6:28 left. We're going to keep it right here as we get ready for the next kickoff. Recapping that drive, 8 plays, 89 yards. Ross, that drive took 3 minutes and 29 seconds off the clock. I believe that's the longest drive time-wise we've had tonight.
I was going to ask you that. It seemed like the longest drive of the night. Going up 14 is huge for Killdeer right here, obviously. Great sure-handed catch by Chase Kling. I mean, he's had a great season, and that's a reflection of what he's able to do.
Let's thank a couple of our live read sponsors here with 6:28 left to go in this fourth quarter. As we'll thank the Wolfpack Booster Club here in Watford City. The strength is in the packing. You can check them out on Facebook. Also, I want to thank McKenzie County Heritage Park and Oil Museum, where they just finished up an outstanding Heritage Day last week. They're open year-round. And also check out wcag.church. Watford City Assembly of God, one church, multiple locations. Here's the kickoff. Boynton with some room, heading up the middle, in between the hash marks, tripped up by Trey Larimer. And now with 6:22 left, Bowman County, you look up at the scoreboard and see 60 from your opponents, but they are far from out of this game the way that their offense has played tonight.
Oh, especially with our man in the back, right? It's unbelievable at the ground that they can cover. He's got the arm strength and they've got the speed.
Yep, quite a game already for Lamborn. But he finds himself and his team down in a 14-point hole right now. Quick pass, left side, caught, nice move, and look at him go across midfield, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, another cutback by Schwartz inside the 20. Wow, Ojado finally brings him down after a long, long run.
That's an example of what we're talking about.
Yes, one play.
First and 10 from the 16.
So that's a pickup of 47 yards on first down. They're looking for more. They get it to Duffield that time.
Brought down by 21 Dukart.
Dukart with the tackle on Duffield.
On the catch.
And that might have been a gain of a yard. Now second down, clock running. Duffield now has 3 receptions, including one of them being a touchdown. Second and 9 from the 15. Deep pass all the way into the end zone. Incomplete. Took his intended receiver, Cale Schwartz, just a little bit too far to the sideline.
Yeah, he definitely had him. You know, you got to respect that pass, so the last thing they want to do is throw an interception here. Did a nice job of taking care of the football, just led him a little bit too much and took him out of the end zone.
3rd and 9, ball on the Killdeer 15-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Lamborn from the shotgun, looks left. Here comes the rush. He throws. It is intercepted by Jackson Reese.
Great anticipation by Jackson Reese.
What a defensive play.
Boy, he broke on that ball. I thought for sure we had a touchdown in the making, and he just came out of nowhere and took it away.
3rd interception by this Killdeer defense. 4th turnover against Bowman County.
You know, they say defense wins ball games, Titus.
Yep.
We're going to see it here despite the fact it's 60-46.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen it yet. There's still 5:21 left, but certainly Killdeer's defense has put their team and now their offense into a good situation. Quick run by Bomback, and now Killdeer likes to run a hurry-up offense. I'm curious if they'll slow it down now at this point with their 2-touchdown lead.
You know, that's a good point. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Strength on strength, make no mistake, they have 60 points because they don't take a lot of time.
That's right. Yeah, it's hard to make that decision of when you go against your identity as an offense. Great fake. Bomback keeps it out beyond the 20. That's a first down. Every first down is huge right now for this Cowboy offense. Another 15 yards for Bomback.
Yeah, I think if I'm Coach Cook, I'm keeping the ball on the ground as much as I can. Maybe they'll exploit it with the pass here or there, but I think we're going to see a lot more ground game.
Yep, I think you're right. As we near the 4-minute mark remaining in this 4th quarter, Bowman County does have all 3 timeouts left. Killdeer has spent 1 so far in this second half. 14-point lead for Killdeer, trying to stay undefeated on this season. Nice move and a broken tackle by Ohado. Coming to the near sideline. He's got a first down, pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 22, the second 22-yard carry of the night for Arian Ohado.
Gross on the stop.
4 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Stick around for our post-game show brought to you by Johnson & Sundin Law Office. Part of that post-game show is our First International Bank and Trust Player of the Game. We've got a lot of great players to choose from here tonight. Stick around to see who wins that award this evening.
I saw the offensive coordinator talking to Ohado there after he went out of bounds.
Yeah.
There's 22-yard gain, and I think the message was, great run, but let's keep it in bounds.
Yep. Everything is a learning opportunity, and that is certainly one right there. Just a sophomore, and his main job so far most of the night was kicking, and now he has been pushed into running back duties here tonight as we see Jack Bomback on the sideline with his helmet off. I don't think we're going to see him back on the field of play for the rest of the night. So the sophomore Ohado getting some key playing time in this one. As Bomback hands it to him again. Nice tackle right at the line of scrimmage by Peyton Pauley. He's made some big plays for this Bowman County defense tonight.
Well, the good news for the Killdeer Cowboys is Ohado and Jack Bomback are both sophomores, and so they have a really nice-looking backfield, and they're going to have one for the next couple years, it looks like.
Yeah, that's giving some coaches from across Region 4 some headaches trying to think about that, as they have to worry about Killdeer not only this year but in the years to come. The Killdeer team, my first time seeing them in person, and they have been so much fun to watch. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Bomback fakes the handoff, throws it to the right side, caught in space by Michael Dukart, and he fights his way. I think he got a first down.
You know what I've always enjoyed about watching Killdeer is there's just a lot of gritty young men here, and they play hard. They train hard, they play hard. They've got a culture here. They do a fantastic job with this program.
Time ticking off the clock. Killdeer content to let the play clock run down now with this 2-score lead. They lead at 60-46. I give Bowman County a lot of credit for the way that they played tonight, coming onto the road, as it looks like the clock is going to continue to run down, and we will have a timeout taken right here with 1:41 left to go in the fourth quarter. Your NCC scoreboard shows Killdeer 60, Bowman County 46. This timeout brought to you by Shiloh Chavez with LPL Financial.
Farmers Union Oil Company of Watford City has been serving the customers in and around the surrounding community since 1929. Farmers Union Oil believes in community involvement and has supported numerous activities since the beginning. We take pride in giving back to our patrons through dividends and stock retirements. Our customer service should be our top focus to ensure a pleasurable experience for you, our customer. Whether you're looking for gas, fuel, hardware, or just needing to fuel the body, Farmers Union Oil is your one-stop shop.
Welcome back to Killdeer, the number 2 team in the state. The Killdeer Cowboys trying to remain undefeated, and they are close to doing just that. 1 minute, 41 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. They have a fresh set of downs. Bowman County can stop the clock 3 times with a timeout. Ohado up the middle, and I think he got another first down.
Boy, he runs hard, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. And he does pick up a first down to the 33-yard line on his 7th carry of the game. That's the 22nd first down of the night for the Cowboys. And now Bowman County will spend a timeout, their first timeout of the second half. We'll keep it right here as we get ready for the final moments of this one. And Ross, what a game we've had here tonight. You know, Bowman County coming in with a record of 2-3. They did not have a good season last year, but you can tell that they are a program headed in the right direction, and what a show they put on here this evening.
Absolutely. You know, Bowman County really is it's a little gem out on its own in the southwest corner of the state. There's so many good athletes down there, just time and time again, whether it's a cross-country program, women's basketball, football. They've really done well. I enjoy watching them.
Yep, they do have a lot of good programs down there. I'm looking at our score feed ticker at the bottom of the screen. I just saw that Alexander picked up another win, so they remain undefeated. We get to see the Comets in a couple of weeks taking on Divide County later on here. Right on this YouTube channel, Game Day Media.
Here's an interesting formation for you.
Yeah, trips wide to the left, just a few steps away from the sideline as Ohado fights through some more tacklers, and he picks up 8 yards again. And, you know, the passing game provided most of the highlights tonight for Killdeer, but in a lot of ways, this game was won on the ground with the way that they carried the football. Ohado coming in for Bomback after Jack Bomback had a very nice first half. Looks like Jack's night is going to end with 9 carries for 96 yards. Arian Ohado has come in with 8 carries for 70 yards. All of those carries coming in the second half. And those two have carried the football from the running back position. Tucker Bomback did the rest of the ball carrying from the quarterback position, and right now he's got 20 carries for 172 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. So a great night for Tucker Bomback. So Killdeer coming out of that timeout with 1:03 left. It's a 14-point lead for Killdeer. They're going to run one more play and try to pick up a first down. If not, Bowman County will likely spend their final timeout of the half. As Bomback brings in the snap, hands it off, and a nice tackle on Ohado.
Big shout out to Western Choice.
And they will stop the clock immediately. Will Burke with that stop after a 1-yard gain. As Bowman County takes this timeout, we will take it as well. This timeout brought to you by Shiloh Chavez with LPL Financial. We're back with 3rd and 1 after this quick timeout.
At NCC, Northwest North Dakota is our backyard. The individuals and businesses who rely on NCC's services aren't just our customers. You're our neighbors, our friends, and our families. That's why we're committed to providing the high-quality internet, video, phone, and security systems you need to stay connected with the friendly, local service you deserve. NCC, making connections in Northwest North Dakota.
Welcome back to Killdeer, 3rd and 1. Facing this Cowboy offense, 3 receivers to the left. Bomback takes the snap. He pulls it. He's going to keep it himself. Pauly brings him down. And where will they spot this football? I don't think he got it. Outstanding tackle. The problem for Bowman County is they can't stop the clock again. It's about a 5-second differential in the game clock and the play clock. I'm guessing Killdeer will let all of the play clock run down until there's 1 second left. Likely see a timeout there from Killdeer. Well, maybe not. They're running their offense out of the field. It looks like they're going to run a play. Try to pick up 1 yard and keep the ball out of Bowman County's hands. And they pick up the first down with Ohado up the middle, inside the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown as time expires. A 24-yard touchdown run for Arian Ohado. The 6th rushing touchdown of the night for Killdeer. And that puts them ahead 66-46. Final play of the game, and it's a rushing touchdown for Ohado, capping off a 10-play Killdeer touchdown drive.
That'll bring us to an end of quite a battle.
And that will do it. A great game tonight. They end it with a 96-yard touchdown drive as they run out the final 5 minutes and 21 seconds with that touchdown game-ending drive. Once again, Ohado with the rushing score on that one. We're going to step aside here where we've got lots of math homework to do. We're going to send Ross Sundin down on the field as the teams shake hands. Ross will try to catch up with our first International Bank and Trust player of the game and also bring you some coaches' comments brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Watford City. Stick around. Your Johnson & Sundin Law Office post-game show is coming up next. We're back to Killdeer after this.
Farmers Union Oil Company of Watford City has been serving the customers in and around the surrounding community since 1929. Farmers Union Oil believes in community involvement and has supported numerous activities since the beginning. We take pride in giving back to our patrons through dividends and stock retirements. Our customer service should be our top focus to ensure a pleasurable experience for you, our customer. Whether you're looking for gas, fuel, hardware, or just needing to fuel the body, Farmers Union Oil is your one-stop shop.
When you have financial questions or ideas, you need someone to listen and provide insight about your options. Shiloh Chavez and her team with LPL Financial can review your specific situation and help create a strategy unique to you and your goals. Give her a call at 701-842-4244 or email at shiloh.chavez@lpl.com.
GameDay Media is proud to showcase our local athletes, but we can't do it without the support of our community. We're inviting business owners like you to join our growing list of sponsors. Sponsorship not only helps give student athletes the recognition they deserve, but also puts your business front and center with fans, families, and the community. Partner with us today to promote local athletes and your business through GameDay Media. Together, we make a winning team.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by
Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Watford City and Alexander Athletics on GameDay Media. Call financial advisor Doug Rolfson at 701-444-4160 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
At Johnson & Sundin Law Office, we combine big case expertise with small town service. Since 1980, we've fought for clients across western North Dakota. From oil and gas disputes to serious injury and wrongful death cases, probate, agriculture, and more. No matter what issue, our experienced team is ready to stand by your side. In our office in Watford City, we're here for you, wherever you are. Johnson & Sundin, expert legal representation rooted in North Dakota.
Welcome back to Killdeer, and we have Ross Sundin down on the field. He's with the Victoria's head coach, Andy Cook. These coaches' comments are brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Watford City. They've been serving the customers in and around the surrounding community since 1929. They believe in community involvement and supported numerous activities since the beginning. Ross, whenever you're ready, you can take it away during our post-game show. Ross, I don't think we have you. Unfortunately, it does not appear like our wireless mic is working. It's unfortunate. It looks like those two are having a good conversation down there. But unfortunately, right now, technology is not cooperating with us. So that's frustrating, but that's how it goes sometimes. With technology, so we apologize. Unfortunate. I'm sure they're talking about good things. Lots of good things to talk about after this win on homecoming, and unfortunately, the wireless mic appears to not be cooperating this evening. We're going to go ahead and send it to our studios for a quick timeout, and we'll be back after this. Yeah, David says turn.
When you have financial questions or ideas, you need someone to listen and provide insight about your options. Shiloh Chavez and her team with LPL Financial can review your specific situation and help create a strategy unique to you and your goals. Give her a call at 701-842-4244 or email at shiloh.chavez@lpl.com.
Hey, Dad, will you check the cows?
Use this instead, Grandpa. The cows look fine, Dad.
In my day, we had to sleep in the barn to check the cows.
Combining tradition and technology. Respecting the past while embracing the future. RTC Networks.
You could put your dog in charge of deliveries.
But like, maybe don't.
You could plant your field by hand.
But like, maybe don't?
You could point in any direction and randomly choose a bank.
But like, maybe don't?
Cornerstone Bank offers high-tech, high-touch options when you want efficiency or need advice. Get the best of both, banking the way you want it. Come to Cornerstone and let us prove the difference.
Looking to save on fuel and fuel up fast? Patriot Fuels of Alexander, North Dakota is your partner in profit. We're proud to support the trucking industry with high-speed fueling systems, top quality products, and vendor relationships that put your success first. Join the Patriot Fuels Fleet Card program and unlock exclusive discounts, or simply pay at the pump. Either way, you're fueling with integrity and efficiency. Patriot Fuels, driven to deliver more, located in Alexander, North Dakota.
Welcome back to Killdeer. Welcome back into your Johnson & Sundin Law Office post-game show. Johnson & Sundin Law Office, providing quality legal expertise with common sense and small-town service. Ross still on the field. We're trying to get that wireless mic to work while we do. Let's take a look at the stats from tonight. Killdeer had 610 yards of total offense, 247 through the air. That's our first International Bank and Trust player of the game, Tucker Bomback, putting up those stats with 4 passing touchdowns as he completed 14 of 27 attempts. And he spread the ball around to 4 different receivers. Michael Dukart led the way with 5 catches for 106 yards and 2 touchdowns. Chase Kling, 5 catches for 34 yards. Jackson Reese had 2 catches for 54 yards and a touchdown. Tommy Schmidt, 2 catches for 53 yards. On the ground, our first International Bank and Trust player of the game, Tucker Bomback, led the way. 21 carries, 172 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the ground. Jack Bomback, 9 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown. Arian Ohado got put into work with the second half there. He ended up carrying it 10 times for 95 yards and a touchdown. Just an outstanding all-around effort by this Killdeer offense. They end up carrying the football 363 yards on 40 attempts, averaging 9.1 yards per carry. For Bowman County, they finished with 450 passing yards of their own. Mason Lamborn, 30 out of 42 passing the football for 450 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have 3 interceptions. His favorite target was Trey Brewer, but it was close. He had 8 receptions, 144 yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns. Kale Schwartz also had 8 catches for 142 yards. Dylan Hedge had 6 carries for 51 yards, 6 catches, I should say. It was Kansas Duffield with 3 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown. Will Burke, 1 reception for 17 yards. Daniel Hoff, 1 catch for 4 yards. Gabe Burke, 1 reception for 6 yards. Kyle Brose, 1 catch for 3 yards, totaling up to 29 receptions for the Bowman County receivers. They also had a successful hook and ladder play in there as well, as Will Burke was their leading rusher with 14 carries for 63 yards and a touchdown. Dylan Hedge, 2 carries for 52 yards. Mason Lamborn, 11 carries for 15 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jace Boynton, 2 carries for 2 yards and a lot of good kickoff returns. Daniel Hoff, 1 carry for 1 yard. 133 rushing yards for the Bowman County Bulldogs. Penalties ended up pretty even. 9 penalties for 75 yards against Killdeer, 8 for 65 against Bowman. The turnovers played a big role tonight as Killdeer committed just 1 turnover and they had 4 takeaways, including 3 interceptions and 1 fumble recovery. We would get into the scoring summary, but it's a lot. Just go back and watch the replay, and you can catch all the scoring summaries from there as the teams combined for 6 touchdowns in the third quarter. Killdeer pulled away with 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. It was a 19-12 game after 1 quarter of play. Killdeer led it, and they led it 25-24 at halftime. Bowman put up 22 points in the third quarter to Killdeer's 19, but then Killdeer able to throw a shutout in that fourth quarter as they score 22 unanswered to win it tonight, 66-46. Ross, unfortunately, the technology let us down there as we were trying to get the coach's interview. What did Coach Cook have to say down there on the field after this exciting win tonight?
You know, just like any other good coach, he's focusing on why they gave up 46 points.
That sounds like a coach.
It sure does, doesn't it? He's awfully proud of his Cowboys, of course. Wants to go back to the drawing board. But, you know, when you look at the horses that Bowman County had, they sure have a lot of offensive weapons. And I think it'd be pretty tough to contain that offense.
Yes, they really made Killdeer work for everything that they got tonight. And that offense is something else. And boy, if I'm in Region 4 and I see Bowman County on my schedule, I'm a little bit worried about how they are going to try to slow down this Bulldog offense. What a show they put on. Even though it ended up in defeat and they did lose by 20 points, still a really good showing by Bowman County tonight. But tonight belongs to the Cowboys on homecoming. The homecoming king and starting quarterback, Tucker Bombach, your first International Bank and Trust player of the game, goes 14 of 27 for 247 passing yards and 4 passing touchdowns. And then on the ground, 4 more touchdowns with his 21 carries for 172 yards.
Just an amazing game by an incredible young man. I got an opportunity to visit with him down there as we presented him with the Player of the Game award. And just really impressed with how humble he is after such a big night on the gridiron.
What a night indeed. And if you're Killdeer, you know, this one feels good. But we were talking about it. They've got some high expectations, and they still have some unfinished business. Certainly happy to win this one, but they've got a few more games to look forward to remaining on their schedule.
You know, it's a winning culture here. It goes as far back as good old Ben Murphy, who's still up on the mountain around here. Had a successful college career at Wyoming at the University of North Dakota back in the 90s. I want to give Ben a shout out. I'm sure he's probably celebrating this win someplace with some Cowboy colleagues.
I sure hope so. Boy, what an outstanding opportunity we had tonight. Thrilling game. So happy to bring it to you here on GameDay Media. The weather really cooperated. Breezy early, but it settled into a beautiful September evening here in southwestern North Dakota. We want to thank everybody who had a part in the broadcast tonight. I want to thank David Peterson for getting us started and set up down here in Killdeer. Great job by him. And then our crew tonight, it was Matt Gonzalez with his first game being a cameraman, and he did a great job. And Jackson Lee, another game in the producer's chair. He's off to a great start with his GameDay Media career. And Ross, so much fun to have you alongside. What is this, 3 games now that you have done?
3 games, you bet.
Excellent.
I've enjoyed every one. They've all been unique.
They have been. And if we have it there, let's take a look at our upcoming schedule for this week on Game Day Media. We know Randy and Noah are calling a game right now, also in Class A 11-man. And then coming up next week, we've got a few games for you. 1 volleyball game. It'll be Kenmare Bowbells at Ray with a 7 o'clock start in that one. And then 3 football games for you next week. Next Friday night, Kenmare Bowbells travels down over to Crosby to take on Divide County in 9-man action. In single A, it'll be Stanley at Ray Powers Lake. And in the game that you and I will have, Ross, will be back in Watford City with the number 1 team in the state, the Minot North Sentinels, making the trip to Watford City in Double A action.
David versus Goliath.
It will be. Yes, but Watford City hanging tough with Dickinson over their last score update I saw. So we'll see. It could be a matchup of 2 victorious teams depending on how the rest of the night goes for those 2 teams. Well, great job tonight from everyone involved. I want to thank all of our sponsors who make the broadcast of these games possible. We hope to visit with you next week from Watford City. That'll do it for our broadcast here tonight. Once again, the final score, Killdeer 66, Bowman County 46. Thanks for joining us on Game Day Media. So long, everybody.
Tonight's Game Day Media broadcast was brought to you by RTC Networks, Hagen Equipment Incorporated, First International Bank and Trust, Nodak Insurance Company, Eric Mogan, Johnson and Sundin, attorneys at law, Shiloh Chavez with LPL Financial, Farmers Union Oil of Watford City, Patriot Fuels LLC, Mackenzie County Heritage Park and Museum, Cornerstone Bank,
TNT Measurements Incorporated,
Northern States Fishing Tools, WCAG Church, Doug Rolfson, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Wolfpack Booster Club, NCC, Dakota Country 96.1 FM.